Welcome back, 3-Ep Test crew, to another 3-Ep Test episode. I am joined once again with the boys, SSJ8 Cody, Straw Hat Lucas looking crisp as heck over there with that fresh new camera. Look at the boy, and look at that mic sitting right in front of him, dude. Oh yeah, my boy's killing it.
We love it. We love it. He's just right here. Just right here.
Also joined by me behind Cody, just in case, keeping him safe, making sure he's protected. And last but never least,
forward.
the lurking legend himself. Bex. We got Bex in this bitch. Yeah. What's up, everybody? What's up?
Which one? Wait, what's good, y'all? What up, chat? What is good? What is good? We have a lot of shit to talk about today. I am excited, but before we get into a bunch of the spring or summer, what fucking month is it? Summer anime for 2026.
What season is it?
We got an icebreaker. Is that true?
I do.
Is this fake
this
news?
one's a little silly.
Ooh, a little. Are they ever not?
Guys, big three, right? Big three MCs.
I've heard of them.
What?
Goku.
What do we? Yeah, Goku. We
Sailor
can throw
Moon.
Goku in there as well. We
Sailor
can
Moon.
throw Goku in there as well.
Stone.
What do we think their favorite sodas are? What kind of soda do you think?
Big
they drink?
three.
Soda.
Soda.
I mean,
Oh, I'm glitchy.
Ichigo's definitely doing strawberry, like Fanta or some kind of strawberry something. Because, Ichigo strawberries. It's got to be like some kind of strawberry soda. I don't know of one, so I'm defaulting to Fanta because I assume they've got one. But not.
Asta's drinking Monster Energy.
Yeah, for
Did you say
sure.
Asta?
He did.
Yeah.
He did say Asta. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Do we not live in the Big 2-6? Might be. Asta,
he doesn't live in the Big
Three, and who's the other one? Who's the
Deku?
trio?
Oh my god.
Oh
Denji,
Deku drinks like
Denji
coffee.
likes. No, Denji drinks like
titty milk.
carbonated bath water or something.
No,
Denji drinks vomit?
Genji's definitely buying like titty milk with the anime characters on it,
Yeah.
and he's like,
It's either the milk or yeah. I mean, Belle Delphine's bathwater sold mostly to Denji more than likely. I mean,
I think Luffy
he would drink
definitely-
Makima water after he
Dude.
stepped in a muddy puddle, and he'd be like,
Oh my god. I hate this
Exactly.
icebreaker. Can I say?
Thank
Can I
you.
just say?
Yeah,
this is a
I
good
don't know
one. Well,
why Cody went that direction. Jacoby was like, "Here's a valid answer." Cody's like, "Feral."
I had a valid answer.
Yeah.
Asta was a valid
part of the
answer,
big
and then we
three?
brought up
What?
Denji, and you can't bring up Denji without being absolutely unhinged because
I did say he
Kishimoto's
drinks
whole-
vomit.
It's fair.
So,
It's fair.
um,
All right,
I was just letting us
Naruto.
know how we got there.
I think
Naruto,
Luffy's a
he's
Dr.
drinking-
Pepper man. 100%.
Dr. Pepper fan for Luffy?
Dr. Pepper? Like,
I can
I
see him
actually
rocking with
think-
some.
I think Luffy would fuck with some pineapple
not
juice,
sponsored.
like some pineapple soda.
See, I was thinking Naruto would rock a pineapple Yaritos, you know, or Haritos or whatever. Whatever.
No,
Yes,
please
sir.
keep saying it. I love
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
This is
yeah,
my
I'm doing
favorite
great.
part.
Yeah.
Oh my
Look,
gosh.
Lucas, I'm doing it for you, bro. I'm taking the heat from you for a second.
Thank you. I appreciate
you know.
that. It's I
Uh,
can't
You're
think
taking
of
the heat
what
from
it
those
sounds like.
quesadillas,
At
right?
least I didn't call it a
Quesadillas.
Jaritos, you know.
Quesadillas?
Naruto drinks expired milk. Yeah, exactly. That the third
True.
Hokage made him pay for. Like,
That's crazy.
Every day.
100%, dude.
He resents the strongest soldiers.
He drinks the ramen broth. That's
the
Naruto's
sustenance
favorite
food.
Sent
soda.
it through a soda stream. Call that shit a fucking pop.
Oh my!
Was that a bar? Unfortunately, I
it
do
may have been. Yeah.
Pop,
And
pop.
pop.
one more
pop.
announcement, real quick, before we get the podcast rolling tonight. Jacoby knows what's coming. Somewhat, to some degree. So last week I'd warned the boys
Cheating.
after we gotten off of camera that the game I'd been cooking for since my last win basically was pretty similar to Vex's. I had zoomed in on some anime pictures that I did draw, and was planning on zooming out.
Done
And let you guys guess that game will be brought back probably eventually, but instead I cooked up an entirely new game. Yes, that is
A whole
right,
new game.
boys. That is right, a whole new game, and it begins now. The game is going to be
Let's
throughout
go.
the entire stream. I call this
It
game
has
Game is
begun.
afoot.
Battle
This is deja
Bingo.
vu.
The game is afoot.
Cody put the grippers on screen while I'm announcing Battle Bingo. This is
That's
gonna be
crazy.
a stream.
So early in the
The game
stream.
is
What's their
afoot.
attention? They can all leave.
That
at this
game
point.
is afoot.
They've gotten what they
Oh
came
my
for.
god.
I'm
Cody's
really
got a-
funny.
He's got a wiki feet now, yo. That's
I'm
crazy.
sending
Congrats.
you all a bingo card right now.
Wait, oh,
you should take a look at these.
this creep's trying to get in my DMs. Oh my god.
Yo, who
Slide
the
in my
fuck is
DMs.
adding me in goddamn middle of a podcast?
Wait, let me hold on one second.
let
Let
me,
me go to the notifications channel.
Now, if you boys will look over your bingo cards real quick, some of these are challenges, some of them are performances I'm going to ask of you and things like that throughout the podcast. Now, the name of the game is get as many of the squares as you can. Some of them I don't think you will do. One specifically for Vex. But middle square, bottom row, Vex is the one I'm talking about for you. Some of these are ridiculous.
I saw it.
Yeah, he said, yeah, I saw it. The name of the game is check off as many boxes as you can. Some of these are designed to either detriment or help your competition. So, the game... Wait, let me do one more dramatic camera change. The game is afoot. Yes, all right.
Cody, one more time, brother. One more time. Oh, let's go. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be great.
Holy shit! I don't think I can do this. There's a lot. In mine specifically that I'm like, damn, you really want this to be the last episode?
Do we all
Like-
have different like?
Yes.
These are all different, unique cards. Okay,
Yes.
cool. Making
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, you have no idea what I'm rocking with over here.
No one has any
Yeah.
idea what anyone is rocking with.
I know everything because Lucas leaked it to me, but other than that, yeah, no one else knows. He's right.
I can't. Oh my god, this is. Yeah, hi guys. My name is SSJ Cody of the 3-episode test podcast, and I'm so excited for this episode today.
The game.
Dude, this is about to be
so
wild.
afoot.
Chat, lock in for this because wow.
Dude,
These are like reading over this is actually crazy.
Hmm,
It is.
hmm.
It
This is gonna be so difficult. Oh my god, it's gonna. I feel like I've already failed a couple times.
Oh.
Cody, are you just racking up some points right now, bud? What you up to?
He's preparing
you know,
himself mentally. He's preparing himself mentally.
Oh my god.
Cody had mentioned something before stream. Then when he was mentioning it the entire time, I was like, wow, he will not be able to talk about this at all on stream. This is crazy.
But like, Cody, what are you doing right now? Like, actually, Cody, what are you doing? If you could explain it to me.
I'm gonna take a potato chip.
Oh,
and then
what
I'm
else?
gonna eat it.
And then he
Oh. This is so fucking shitty of you. I hate this game.
This is about to be.
This
so
is
peak.
actually like amazing, and I hate you.
I love you.
Yeah. No, this is a peak game.
The game is
All right,
afoot, gentlemen.
the game is afoot.
Let's have a good podcast.
It has begun, and also I think it's time for us to yap about a little bit of anime. The summer season's been interesting, guys. I'm not gonna hold you. Really interesting. It's not hitting nearly as hard as I kind of wanted it to, and I feel like we've been
You
really
sure?
spoiled. Yeah,
With your-
like look.
Your
Yeah.
employers would like to disagree now.
I mean, One Piece is on break, so I mean, it's okay that
I
Toei's
I
on the
think
back
they've,
foot.
I don't really include them in the summer season because that's more of just like a constant. So I'm gonna say that no, we're not talking about that. But generally speaking, all of our other new anime that we've been watching, it's been an interesting season so far. I was expecting a little bit more from a couple anime that we're gonna be talking about here. That I kind of landed in weird spots. We are officially at a point where we have 3 episodes of a lot of anime out right now. Ghost in the Shell, Black Torch, Chainsmoker Cat. We're still a couple behind on a few of the newer ones on the season. But boys, where do we want to start? What anime are we yapping about first? Are we starting off with Ghost in the Shell? Where are we going?
I love Ghost in the Shell. I really love what SARU has been doing. As the title of the podcast episode has been saying, they're kind of carrying the summer season with this. I really have been loving the reimagining of the story, and I'm wondering how y'all are faring with it. I'm an episode behind. I don't mind spoilers because I've already consumed this story in its whole, and I've just been really liking the dub. so I don't want to spoil myself with
The dub's
that.
out for 3.
Yeah. Yep.
On the
It's
site I'm
simul-dub.
watching on, it wasn't out for me. So
Ooh, big womp womp.
Big
Dude,
sad.
I'm rocking with it.
Um,
I think Ghost in the Shell is easily my favorite of the season currently, until next week when Bleach actually drops. But just to preface this, I'm not a super big Ghost in the Shell fan before going into this particular reboot. I have watched it before, way back in the day when I was too young to understand to hate my government as much as I'm supposed to, so all those things were a little bit lost on me when I was 7 years old watching Ghost in the Shell, or however old I was when it first dropped. But that being said,
Decades ago.
as interesting, interesting there, bud. As a 20 or in the big 26, Jesus Christ, I can't talk right now. This is hitting. I love the retro style animation we're getting. I love that we have modern animation, but done as like a love letter to 90s anime. I just think this is hitting on all of its cylinders that it needs to be. It's absolutely killing it. And I'm loving this this watch through so far. It's not as story heavy as I was expecting. Like obviously it's talking like there is plot going on, but it's like it's not that it feels tertiary, but it just each episode has kind of felt like a day in the life that's kind of slowly moving towards something. But either way, I'm just loving every moment I'm spending here. I love cyberpunk stuff. I'm definitely a sucker for anything cyberpunk that's done well. And obviously this is like the Godfather anime of cyberpunk low-key. So I love to see it. It's cooking. Science SARU, absolutely goated.
Yeah, I think the most recent episode, it's actually, I think it's better if you watch it like, if you like kind of like batch watch it with episode 2, because they kind of just bleed right into each other, like kind of like not really, but like it's definitely less self-contained than I feel like the first episode ended off on. But I'm really loving the dub, like Cody had said. I'm really
the dub's
loving
really good.
The OST is just peak. Every single new song that I hear, it's so like the mixture between like the smooth jazz and like the like EDM and like all of this, like I don't know, it's so interesting. Episode 3 I think did a lot to kind of help understand more of the setting, while also just showing Kusanagi's like life, like day-to-day life and tasks and whatnot. It's like it moved the plot a lot forward from a character perspective, but also from like a setting perspective, like seeing the like whole robots rights things and like the Build-A-Babe workshop. Like I don't know, that was like it kind of like, I don't know, because I didn't retain any of this from like the original, like my original watching experience back in hashtag decades ago.
When you were watching for the plot.
So it's like yeah, for the plot. Speaking of the plot, episode 2 had that was not a cold opening, that was a hot opening. Like,
steamy opening, one might say. I'm about 18 minutes into
I gotta say, in episode 3, without too many spoilers, there's a specific thing happening at the very end that, before the skin was put on, before they were turned into a whole person. I'm not gonna lie, that character was kind of oddly fuckable to me. I'm not gonna lie. There was an interesting moment there in episode 3 that Cody, I think, as a proper man yourself, I think you're gonna love it too. The cameraman did some. Oh yeah, proper.
Listen, when I first consumed Ghost in the Shell, one might call me just a normal gooner. You're not dealing with the average Saiyan warrior anymore.
Oh my god.
I have reading comprehension. I have manga brain. I can consume ecchi novels and bust and feel for them. Guys, I think I'm gonna win this fucking game on the low. Just kind of.
Oh, do you?
Do we have to like knock? It's as many as possible, or do we call when we have bingo?
As many as possible.
It's just as many as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, do I need to say bingo right now, or do I wait for later? Or
I've had it like such.
Oh man.
Widowy self we can go.
But no, I'm liking a lot of the new terminology. Like they're not holding your hands through some of these conversations when they're talking about like a barrier breaker, and I'm like, I can assume what that is, but I don't. They didn't just go right out and tell us. But like the conversation between the homie about like his like the infidelity of his like wife and stuff like that, I was like, dude, this is actually like really solid like character moments that like build into the world also.
In the shell.
I just think there's not a single wasted moment within the show. Everything is serving something else, and it's just really, really good writing. The sound and animation is absolute fucking peak. I like how sometimes it can go from like looking like kind of derpy and like Shin-chan and like Lupin the Third styles, and then it can get
Lupin
like
the Third, dude. I thought that
it can
so
get, like,
many times in this
really
last
real
episode.
too.
Facts, absolute facts. No, they're killing it. They're absolutely killing it with this, dude. I do like the fact that it's not very handholdy. This is like still very just like adult. It's not really like, it's just nice and refreshing to watch things that are just focused on like more adult characters with adult things, with as much shonen and stuff that we watch. Obviously, I know that's made for teenagers, and I am no longer a teenager, but it's always refreshing to see something like that kind of come through. And they're out here, really just trying to tell the story without like having to jump through all these extra hoops just to like kind of help you understand everything, because like we're all kind of stuck in that like Netflix like describe every scene like as if someone's not watching, like actually watching, they're just listening, or like they're second monitoring everything. This does not feel like a second monitor anime, and I love that.
Yeah, the even from like what I recall from the original series that I witnessed, I don't even know if that was the first. This thing's been done like 12 times over, but it was a series that did demand a bit from you as an audience member, and this holds up on that, I think. But like I do think that it is more palatable. Maybe it's just because I'm Monk now, but like I do think that they're doing just a significantly better job of like using the modern era, and like you said, having like an homage to like the classic era.
And that's kind of where I'm at right now, because like I'm about 18 minutes into episode 2, I think. I just looked at it a moment ago, but so most of what I'm going to say, instead of focusing on the plot of anything, is the animation is just holding up very well. The way that they're Jesus Christ, Cody. The way that they're adapting some of the older scenes, which had like so many different, I don't know, like intricate scenes animated throughout it. You know what I mean? Like there's very heavy detail in the 90s, especially because Standalone Complex is probably the one I'm the most familiar with out of the 19 million seasons. But the way that they're adapting some of those more iconic scenes from the original film and TV series, and where we're at now with it, and SARU, like we've said, SARU's just killing it right now.
SARU's so goated right now.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like the half of it, like holy shit. If nobody else had anything else they wanted to talk about with Ghost in the Shell, Science SARU has another absolute banger. Just I'm not even gonna lie, 10 out of 10. It's probably the most glowing 3-episode test I've ever given. No. No.
What?
Yeah. Famously airing in the
they
Big
did do that.
6. They did.
I forgot they did that. Oh my god, yo. Shout out.
They did Sonda, they did Dawn to Dawn, and their latest and greatest is Jadugar. I don't know how to actually pronounce it. It's called A Witch in Mongolia. This shit is absolute fucking peak, y'all. It is on the thumbnail. A Witch
in Mongolia?
Yes.
Is the intro done by The Who? Otherwise, I don't think I'm going to check.
Why the fuck would it be done by The Who?
So, like...
Elaborate, please.
Aren't they like Mongolian or something?
It's really interesting.
The HU Who, not the other one.
But the ones that did, okay, he's talking about the ones from the live action.
It was a good reference, y'all. Y'all just aren't very cultured.
You know it wasn't, Jacoby, okay? You're old. It's fine.
So are you, Cody.
Listen, it's okay. This isn't about me. But it's really interesting that, like, I didn't know.
Talking about anime, you're part of the podcast. We are
It's okay. But like Future Diary, Mirai Nikki, Jadigar, Mongolian Witch, it's okay. Like I'm just trying to point out that it's really interesting how different these names are.
What is bro on about?
And that's another one.
Jadigar is absolutely phenomenal. It is I'm not even gonna lie, it like I said, it's one of the best first 3 episodes I think you could consume. There's 2 episodes that are dubbed currently, 4 episodes are currently out as of today, and it is absolute fucking peak. I cannot get too in depth on the plot because I want these boys to experience it and you all in chat to experience it the way that I did. I went in blind.
The blind dunk.
but no, it's It takes place in like the Persian Empire back in like the 1200s, and it's heavily like historically referenced. And so it's like what is modern day Iran, I believe, and it's their outpost is being pillaged by Genghis Khan, like the Mongols, and shit gets crazy, shit gets really dark, shit gets really real, and it's really cool how they kind of I felt so immersed, and it's such an unorthodox art style. It's kind of like Ranking of Kings, like more kind of chibi adjacent and bubbly art style, if you can't tell from what's on the thumbnail, as opposed to this like hyper realism that we see in a lot of series today. And the music is absolutely astounding, phenomenal, 10 out of 10. I think that there's not a single thing that these first 3 episodes did not like absolutely execute on the level of like your Frieren season 1 and your Witch Hat Atelier. I think this is like truly it's like it is a modern day epic. Like this shit is phenomenal and the potential is infinite, and I wholeheartedly recommend it. It is currently the best thing that I have seen this summer, and it's a high bar to clear by
Dude,
like a huge
I'm so
metric.
stoked to hear this praise from it, man. Like I genuinely wanted to get to it before this pod. Like that it was my goal as of last night when we were talking more about it. I really wanted to. I just wish had more time. But the fact that SARU is dropping 2 bangers like that, kind of like back to back, is super, super crazy. And like it got a lot of praise like when it was still upcoming and stuff. Like I've seen a lot of murmurs around the internet about it, but I still think overall it's going like pretty under the radar for this season. So by next pod I'll definitely be up on that, and I'll be giving you guys a proper 3-up test on it. But it sounds amazing, dude. It really does. And it looks amazing. I love these unique art styles that are dropping right now.
I had never heard of it until Vex mentioned it in the list. Crazily enough.
He's brought it
Yeah, I
up before
mentioned
on the
it
podcast.
3 times before in the past 2 weeks.
Liar.
But yeah.
It may have come up once or twice.
Maybe
I'm not
once
so
or twice.
sure. Honestly, probably not. I really don't think Vex talked about that at all, if we're being real.
No, never. Yeah, never actually.
No,
I don't
never, not
actually
once.
speak. You guys are just imagining me. I don't actually exist.
You're just a figment of our imagination. But it's okay. We're
The
going to get
real
through this
Vex
problem
was the
together.
friends we made along the way.
Truly. But
You
no,
guys think
that one's
Vex is
definitely on the
on
list.
a treasure chest on Laugh Tale?
No,
Sorry.
Vex is actually just Gaimon. He's just a dude in the chest.
Yeah, he's a dude in the chest. Oh god.
I'm just a
Apologies.
guy man looking for my Sarfunkel.
Damn right.
Cutest
Yo,
kid in
Great.
One Piece.
What a
Dude,
great
Paul
name.
Simon was married to Carrie Fisher. Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout
Rip.
out.
Good,
Right
that
off
was a
his
good-
divorce, he made Graceland during the apartheid of South Africa. Shout out Paul Simon.
Shout out Paul Simon.
What a guy.
I actually do love Paul Simon's music. Just gotta throw it out there. Anyway,
If you
back to
be my
anime.
bodyguard.
I will be your long lost pal.
Hey
Cat's
there,
song is the
Mr.
greatest love song
Jumbo.
ever written. Chat, go look it up. That I believe brings us to the Daemons of the Shadow Realm.
Good old Damon's, one of our continuations.
Yes.
Boys, what are we
I-
feeling on? Cody, I know you're reading it. So you know it's a shining.
It's a
beacon for you.
reveal I've
Classic
been
Cody.
waiting to it's just like I've been waiting to see y'all's reactions to this, because in the manga during you all are current, right? I want to make sure I'm not
I am.
spoiling you all.
But don't
You're
worry for
Lucas literally said before he's not.
I'm
Yeah.
one
Oh, okay,
episode
well then,
behind, but
yeah,
you're good.
I'm
You're
good.
good. You're good. I don't mind at all because I'm reading the manga alongside it, so you're fine.
dude. This is a.
It's
It
kind
was,
of
It was a big
Oh, man.
twist.
It hit me with it.
so upon the reveal in the manga, they revealed that the young boy that had grown up with Yudu alongside him in the village is actually a daemon, and he is the other half of the Asa that is kept in
Mhm.
the granny's
Asa.
thing, and his
Holy
mom
fuck.
is the actual wielder of these 2 daemons, and
Big
lets
twist,
the
dude.
elder witch control them. And so if you go back and reread through the manga, the daemons don't cast shadows, and throughout the entire time of Arakawa's work, that character had never cast a shadow on the ground.
Yeah. See,
Fucking
so-
mind blowing.
did you go back and check that out? Like did you go back and
every
check?
every single page? It was deliberate. Literally,
That's so
Arakawa is a
cool.
mad woman. I love
That's
her so
so
much.
cool.
And it's like something I've been waiting to talk to you guys about, because getting to watch the anime and seeing these scenes and being like, oh my god, I want to bring up that I noticed that the anime followed this, and like throughout all of the build up to this, that character also had never had a shadow throughout this entire build up, and like I
That's so
love
sick.
when the animation studios pay attention to the work, because it makes sense and it just hits
Yep.
really good. And
They
I'm
actually
wondering
have
how
an
y'all felt
understanding of
about
what
the
they're
twist.
adapting. Dude, that twist blew me away, bro. I was like, oh shit. Like the moment he said that, or like he found out that he was a daemon, I immediately put together that he was obviously like Asa's other half. So like the back half of that wasn't surprising, but like just the initial, like, because I didn't pick up on that at all, dude. You know, and I've said this many times. I am not smart enough for anime. I'm you know, Vex knows all about it. He's in the exact same boat as me. Neither of us can really comprehend this stuff very well. We're just doing our best. But yeah, that one that blew me away.
Stupid,
We're
man.
so fucking stupid, man. We're just
so
I'm watching
Link
y'all. I'm
made
watching
us
Link
know.
Click. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, are they being dumb on purpose? And then you guys said we're so fucking stupid, and I'm like, oh my god, they didn't know.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it was
the
we're
whiplash between those recordings is so funny.
It's so bad, dude. It's so bad. But yeah, back to Damon's. No, that was such a good reveal.
Diamonds.
I want to be super real. I was losing a little bit of steam for Damon's.
True.
In this back
Agree.
little bit, like
Retweet.
it was I really like it started turning into the thing that I wanted to like more than I did, because of obviously the legendary mangaka it comes from, following up Full Metal, all of this stuff. And again, I don't think it's done anything outright bad by any means. It's not like that they're doing anything that's like fully turning me off, but like this is following a slower classic shonen like pacing. And it's not like it's super slow. It's not like it's actually early 2000s pacing, but it's much closer to that than what we would like, you know, what we're used to in modern day. And I feel like they're just really letting us sit in this world and spend time in it, which they're doing a great job of establishing all of our character connections, building out the world through new daemon pairs that we're meeting, understanding that the Kagemori clan is kind of split. So we actually have like kind of two entities that we're, I mean, like I see it. I fully see all the setup, and I'm still here for it. By no means has this been like a I'm gonna drop it or anywhere close to it. But I gotta say, coming off of the first couple episodes where I was like, you know, hype on it, this middle bit of the season, you know, this is the back end of my watch on the week. And I'm always excited once I do watch it, but it's on the back end.
I want to like reaffirm you and like just stay with it, because I know where they're gonna end. I almost 100% for certain know where they're gonna end this season, and it's gonna make you say, "Damn, I wish I didn't have to wait 3 years for this shit." That's bullshit. You're gonna be fucking on the edge of your seat, like.
To say all that, these last two episodes ramped it back up. I just wanted to like wrap up that little statement with we're kind of back with like that reveal, with all of that. I'm feeling excited about it again. And when I finished, like I had 2 episodes to watch back to back last night, and when I finished that second one, I was like, shit, it's already over. And that's the feeling I'm looking for. Like that's the, and I feel like I hadn't had that in maybe 2 or 3 episodes. But I'm still stoked, genuinely stoked on it.
I don't like the opening as much as I like Bounties.
Yeah,
I thought Backshot would really grow on me, but
you're not about back shots?
No, I prefer when Gojo's giving them out. You know what I'm saying?
Or your favorite background, the best streaming background ever.
Nah, it's a legendary manga moment. We were covering the Gojo fight, and Gojo gave Sukuna some back shots mid fight. It happened. It's
also a reference to episode 1 of the 3
it was drawn.
Bad Guys. Yeah. Oh, look at that, boys. We've come so far. No, even not watching, that's such a fucking major twist. Holy fuck.
Crazy twist.
I
wish I hadn't been like, hey, yeah, just go ahead. Like,
that's what I was thinking. I was kind of saying that this is a good twist.
Cody
like this was
Cody tried to warn me.
He tried.
He
genuinely tried.
I can only blame myself.
That shit's gonna hit when Lucas sees that in reels later.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
When I break this episode down, Luca's gonna go crazy.
Yeah. I can't wait to see the clip behind you.
Yo, guys, what up? It's Forever World here, and you're not gonna believe the crazy stuff that went down in Demons of the Shadow Realm. Oh my god! Now, Yulu, he's really
The attention to detail is through the roof in this most recent Damon's episode. Also, something I have to bring up. The fucking Full Metal Alchemist, not references, they had that shit playing on the screen and we got audio from it. And it was diabolical, dude. It was not even like, it wasn't the happy-go-lucky shit. It's the stuff that makes you be like, damn, they're just doing that. That was diabolical, bro. That blew me away. Like, actually, did they do that in the manga as well? Did the TV have, like, did you ever get a scene of the TV?
Never got a scene like that. That's like an anime.
That's full anime insert.
Adaptation, yeah.
Dude, goated adaptation vibes right there. That's
if
so
I had
sick.
a nickel for every time I saw Peak referencing Peak this week, holy shit. Like,
dude, we'd have at least two, bro. We'd have at least two. Dude, oh, man.
I see Vex referencing Jacoby all the time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Damn right.
You see
Damn
that?
right.
You see that with your beautiful eyes, you.
Yeah. And you say
I
that
mean,
with
if
your
you really want me
soothing-ass
to rub
voice.
it in, yeah,
I mean,
you're
come
really
on.
beautiful. I wish you could look at yourself as much as I do.
Yeah, they got braille mirrors now. It's crazy.
Oh shit! Do you finally know what you look like?
He said, "Holy shit!"
That must have been one.
Oh, young pigeons missing out, dude. Full Metal Alchemist author came out with a new anime. If you really haven't heard of it, you gotta hop
It's
on
gas.
that shit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
super.
Daemons of the Shadow Realm is what it's called. There's like 16 or 17 episodes out right now.
16, 17.
16,
And
17,
the first
yeah,
opening, certified banger. The second opening, skip it.
Yeah, skippable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
skip-
first opening
skip-
though, yeah, like absolute
First
banger.
opening,
But
it's
the
so-
anime
kinda
is
like
Put
Link
on your
Click.
back shots. Princess would never.
First opening over the
Absolutely
second.
never.
I'm really feeling that.
Dude, the second
First
opening
opening over
is
the second.
immaculate. What are you talking about?
You're actually capping right now.
No, I think it'd be a lot better if the song sounded good backwards. Like, it's a cool concept, but like executed like that.
Wait,
it just sounds
wait.
shitty.
Wait, are we having this conversation? Are we talking Link Click, or are you just derailing the heck out of me? Because I'm gonna fight you on that one, Cody. I'm prepared. I'm prepared.
It's-
You don't get to talk.
the
You don't get to say anything
season
negative
two
about
opening
season 2
is
of Link Click.
Peak.
There's
It's
nothing negative to
absolute
say.
peak.
And if you say something
I think
negative,
that-
you're performing, you're LARPing.
It's not LARP. It's literally
It's
like
LARP.
a King News specials of like audio. What are
LARPing,
you
obviously.
talking about?
LARPing.
He's rage baiting.
I
This is-
watched it
this is to
3
get a
times
swear.
to try
He's
to.
rage baiting.
This is literally Dugadoo 2.0, where y'all are gassing the shit, like gassing up something that's not that good. Like y'all are just doing you're performing men, performative males.
Performing?
Dugadoo
No.
fucking
I'm
slaps,
speaking my
brother.
truth. I will never listen to y'all.
Dugadoo is a
You guys
timeless
just
classic. It's one of the greatest pieces of Doctor Who media.
What
to
do we
ever come
know,
out,
though?
Cody.
It's
Not once.
literally. Oh my gosh, let's go.
yeah. So wrong. Horrible take, but we can agree. The Damon's second intro, yeah, not hitting. Not this big skippable, but otherwise the anime very worth watching. Super excited to see where this is going. It's ramping up crazy with where it's at right now again. And it's had a couple peaks. It's not like it's just now getting good or anything like that, but it's just been ups and downs. I do feel like this one, you know, I feel like got a little overhyped just because of who it comes from. And maybe we all expected a little bit more out of it. But at the same time, taking a step back, I think, I mean, it's
Excuse
great.
me.
I'm thoroughly enjoying
Attention
it.
Consumption.
I'm stoked. Vex, where are you at on it? You haven't spoken too much on this one.
I've been pretty like I think that the most recent 2 did pick up, but it's like I'm not anywhere near as bought in as I think that I was. I don't know. I think I kind of feel a bit lukewarm about most of this season so far, except
Facts.
for Jadagar. Like I think Ghost in the Shell's doing a lot really well. Also, like I said, I have flowers to give out to a few different things, but summer's not really hitting for me so far, guys. I'm just gonna be so real.
That's how I was in
And
winter,
no,
brother. It just sometimes the
I'm with
season
you.
doesn't land. Yeah,
That's a crazy L take.
I'm just saying.
That's
Winter was
wild. That
insane.
winter was a rough one for you. This is the first, in my opinion, this is the first mid anime season we've gotten since last year's summer.
It's
Like-
weird that summer is the worst season for anime.
Or
You think-
before that. No. Last year's summer was really good. So maybe the spring before that.
Was it
or
wasn't
something.
Dawn to Dawn
Like, I-
season 2 last summer? Like,
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but that was
Last
mid
summer was
also.
peak. Last summer was peak, but like
whatever. It was the worst
before
arc in
that
the
one.
series, though. You're
I-
right about
I don't
that.
know.
Actually, Vex, never mind.
I would
never
have to go
mind,
back over it, but I'm pretty confident in saying this is the most mid season
Vex
we've
was
gotten
actually
in
right.
like over a year. at this point.
Yeah.
And that being said, like we still have absolute hitters coming out. We have Bleach coming out like this Saturday as at the time of recording, which is going to be absolutely peak. Once August starts, we're cooking back with ReZero coming back, Link Click season 3. I mean, there's a lot of peak on the horizon, but and don't get me wrong, there is some bangers airing here. We have more stuff to talk about, but it's definitely just a much thinner season, and especially since we've been doing this podcast, I would say this is one of the thinnest seasons that we've had as far as like really hype things. This is a lot of like I'm trying anime, and could kind of take them or leave them. And that being said, if we want to move on to one that I kind of feel that way, if y'all don't have anything else to add with Damon's, Black Torch, another new
I would
anime.
actually like to jump in on this because I didn't get to speak on it last time because I didn't get the chance to watch episode 1. I watched 2 episodes so far. I think what Cody said last time was pretty spot on. I mean, pretty fanfare shonen kind of setting up the protagonist, mythical world, guy can speak to animals, has that power base and whatnot. I really like the way that we're getting.
He wants to be the best that ever was.
Yeah, exactly. He's catching these Mononoke left and right, like no.
Yep.
But no,
he's gonna catch them all.
There's some interesting plot threads there, like that whole organization.
The plot.
Like,
you talking about the plot, right?
The plot.
Well, there's some of that too.
Oh my god.
But no, like the whole secret organization aspect, I'm kind of intrigued by and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm gonna keep on with this. I am fully gonna give it get the 3rd episode done at least, and see where I'm feeling from there. It's like a 6.5 out of 10. You know what I mean? For me, it's like you said, I could take it or leave it, man. It's halfway there for me. Like there's some things that are hitting really well for me. There's some things that aren't. The Mononoke traveling with him, I think his name's Rago or something like that. The little black cat, that adorable. I love any kind of talking animal in anime. Like, let's be real. No one.
Shout out, the main character can talk to animals, so you're gonna get a lot of that.
Exactly.
Every animal in this anime is gonna talk.
Every animal in this anime, which is a blessing. I like the crows too. I thought they were funny in episode 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, good stuff at least. Somewhat.
Yeah, I'm I'm officially 3 episodes in. I've given it the proper 3-ep test. I'll do my best to not give like too many spoilers for episode 3. But I'm echoing these sentiments. Like in the truest form, if I'm being the most honest with you, in a real 3-ep test with me being, as objective as I can with a subjective thing, I would say this does not pass the 3-episode test. But as a certified shonen bro, I am still interested in it. I'm probably going to watch a couple more episodes just to kind of let it cook a little bit more. But 3 episodes in, it's done absolutely nothing fresh, like nothing new. I mean, like, main character gets killed. He gets possessed by a demon. He can talk to animals, which is like an interesting twist that they don't explain. He also happens to be a trained ninja in a normal modern world. It's a little bit odd. But like, I don't hate the main character. I think he's cool. I don't think he has a lot of motivations. They haven't done a good job of setting up like proper motivations for him in the first 3 episodes, in my opinion. We have our little ragtag team kind of built at the end of episode 3. And for that, I like the main girl. I have to harp on this a little bit. Like the main female lead, I guess, in this, her whole like core of her story is fighting misogyny within her clan. But like, it's literally just, Maki from JJK. Like, she's a girl, so she surely could never lead the clan. She could never rise to the heights of the males in the clan. So her whole thing is fighting misogyny and sexism, and she's very loud and vocal about it. But the cameraman is working quadruple time to just only hit it from behind. I mean, every angle you see this girl in, save for like 3 panels, is just straight gooner bait.
Booty.
And it's kind of wild to me that's
they gotta
like
focus on the plot, man.
It's just it. And I went and checked the manga because I was like, maybe this is an animation thing, classic, like the animators making this way more goony than it actually would be. And I was like, if this character's whole thing is not being, over sexualized and misogynistic people are fighting against them, why is every single panel of her just gooner bait? And she's 17, of course. So it's just like, I went check the manga. It's just as bad. Like the cover for volume 2 is just her, posed. And that really just took me out of it. I was like that was like objectively bad writing, in my opinion, where like you yourself don't understand the character you're writing. You want to throw in a female character who is fighting the good fight for female characters. but then the story itself just doesn't give a shit about her integrity or her fight. And on top of that, like, the dialogue is edgy as hell. It feels like it's written by a high schooler. I think the voice acting is good. But the dialogue is just, I mean, like, some of these like call outs and stuff are just like, I just don't think I'm the target audience for this one. This one feels like it's made for 12-year-olds, and I don't necessarily mean that as a as a, you know, calling you out, but you know, it's like that. Yeah, I think Demon Slayer clears this in a heartbeat, dude. And for a lot of reasons. But that being said, I have a morbid curiosity to it. I really like some of the animation scenes that they do. Not that like the animation is crazy like in its movement, but they do a lot of really good art and like stills in the moments of these battles, which kind of go crazy. It is quite literally the spiritual predecessor of Togenanki. Like not even kidding. It absolutely is.
With the manga we know being axed and not ongoing at the moment, do we know how many episodes are slated for this entire series and
12.
where it's projected to end? So it's gonna cover the entirety of the manga. Do you think it'll? I'm
So
wondering,
I
like,
don't-
how
chapter
they're
is
gonna
about
handle the
80 pages.
content.
So every chapter is about 80 pages. So it does have like, even though it's just
Yeah.
18 chapters, it's like 5 or 6 volumes. Like it's pretty
It's 5
deep.
volumes, yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. So
That
it's
sounds
still
with
dense.
one core, I don't
and they're
think we're
following
covering it
about
all.
they're following
Yeah,
about a
no.
chapter per episode right now. Is where
Yeah,
they're at.
no.
Yeah.
That sounds gross. I wouldn't want to read that. Why would I?
Yeah. I know you really have to read on that one. You'd have to be a Hunter x Hunter fan to be able to read that much.
It's not
Bruh.
even that. It's just like when you think about how like stories are segmented and broken up in pace. There's a reason why like most chapters are like 18 to 23 pages. My favorite One Piece chapters are generally like 20 to 22 pages long with like
14
a double
pages
page.
sometimes.
Yeah, 80
So,
pages is a
At
freaking lot.
I call out every 13-page chapter Oda gives us. I fucking hate that bullshit. I don't care how many double page spreads we get.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
But I like if it's like an 80-page chapter, then you have to wonder what they're divesting art to, how much paneling they're giving, how much like characters are speaking to divulge what kind of information. And it's like, you really need 80 pages for a chapter for that? Like, it's making me wonder. Like, I think I'm seeing why it got axed. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
think that there's no way though, with the amount of budget that they've given this, like it doesn't look bad. It's just there's only so much you can do to transform something that's like a 6 into like a 6.5. You're not making it a 10.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's so but there's, with the amount of attention to detail they've given it, like the action by no means is bad as far as like the way that it looks by today's standards. The art style's fine, the animation is good, the sound is fine. It's like, it's not a bad watching experience. It's just nothing new, nothing great, nothing blowing me away. But like, you do have to assume they're probably picking the manga back up after this. No, like otherwise, what are we doing?
My guess for this, and this is just fully headcanon, is they really think they have something with this, but they just need to prove it to the Shonen Jump or whatever overlord that they need to get this manga published through, or just maybe to fund it somehow.
Toei picks this up, in another 3 months.
Yeah, Jesus. And then and then it's a 30,000 chapter manga all of a sudden, all 80 pages long. Lock in, guys. Yeah, I know, right? But so I'm guessing that they are going to give us I think they're going to take the isekai route, where they give us one season, and if it does well, makes money, gets talked about, people enjoy it, then that will give them the green light to renew the manga and then, eventually do a second season and kind of just do the thing with it, right? That's what I'm guessing. This really feels like them thinking they have something, but just trying to prove it. And to your point, like Vex, like it does look good. All the music's good. It's got a high quality voice acting cast. Again, the dialogue, the writing is like kind of dog shit in my opinion. Like it is really cringy at times. Like notably
so many people. The biggest complaint I've seen about episode 3 specifically is like on Crunchyroll, the translations of the like subtitles were, I don't know. I'm not like going through that shit with a fine-tooth comb, but there were so many people bitching like crazy that like they're like AI would have done better. And I'm like, that's
Ooh,
cruel.
that's wild. That's a crazy thought.
But I'm not like reading side by side. I'm not like going through with the fine tooth comb. I don't know like exactly to what extent is this being sensationalized and people are just hopping on to bash it because bandwagon shit like we see all the time. Well, I don't know how much of it's actually valid, but I have seen in like across like 4 different like forums like multiple people shitting on the translations of this stuff, especially on episode 3. So it's like I don't know, I agree though with you. It's like I've said it doesn't look bad, it doesn't like, it's nothing like I'm truly like feeling opposed to, even though it's a little too fan servicey for me. I just don't, I'm not vibing, so it does not pass my 3 episode test. I probably won't be picking this back up.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a few more, but just again, really for the love of the game, and it's at the back of the list, and it you know, I may or may not, you know, like it is no longer a priority for me to keep up with. But you know, morbid curiosity, you know, I kind of want to see where they take it. But yeah, none of these characters are compelling. Even the new guy that they introduced, the rival, you know, you get a classic rival, and he's just Uryu, which is a terrible deuteragonist mixed with Sanji, which you know, the Sanji part he's mixed with is his worst part. He's a fucking simp. And he's a douchebag with glasses. Like it's just, like the whole team setup. I'm just like, brother, there is no one unique in this at all. Like no one at all. So yeah, it's another case of shonen slop. Classic case of shonen slop. But yeah, after 3 tests,
until Toganake comes back.
I know exactly, and that's really where we're at. It, you know, that's
what
kind of for me.
Jacoby's waiting for.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm still going to give it a chance because I think there's something to it. You know,
it's for the plot.
It you know, it'll show itself. I believe in it. I'm just going to keep looking. You know, you got to have faith sometimes, chat. You got to let things cook sometimes. Sometimes the 3-ep test lens is just not appropriate. Sadly for this one, it probably is perfectly appropriate. But you know what? Whatever. Yeah, so Black Torch, unfortunately, swing and a miss for me. But we got another one
Cody.
up on the list that is...
oh, wait, Cody, how you feeling about Black Torch?
Oh, wait, my bad, dude, my bad.
I'm just hoping... I haven't gotten around to the 2nd and 3rd episode yet because I couldn't find a dub. And I'm kind of like, maybe the dub will save it. So, you know, I'll update y'all in 2 weeks. It won't save.
I don't think so. They're great voice actors saying stupid things. Like it's tough for me, like because like the voice actor for the main character is Okaru. Like it's AJ Beckles. I love him. Like I love that voice actor, goated voice actor.
But we all want Ghost Stories 2.0. Like,
no, but see, Ghost Stories is like actually funny.
Yeah.
This is like edgy. Like I'm a teenager. I'm a badass. I'm gonna kick your ass under the bridge. But like,
it really does feel like, and
weird.
Like
it's.
I say this after saying it looks good. The sound design is fine. The opening is good. Like there's
the opening's really good.
Flowers.
Shout out my goat Sim.
Yeah.
Shout out my goat.
There's
Sim.
flowers I can give this, but from a critical standpoint, it just feels like baby's first shonen. You know what I mean? And that's fine.
It does.
But that's not something that I, as a full on unk, am gonna devote too much of my time to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's low tier.
Yeah, you own. So now there's another anime. Plebits.
Crazy.
What was that, Cody? Excuse me?
Croissants?
Actually, Lucas, could you tell me how to say this next anime's name?
Clevitus.
Technically incorrect.
You know, I'm gonna take that. For, you know,
it's
for all
close
this purpose,
enough,
I'm gonna take that. I'm not mad at that at all.
It's a technical dub, but it's also a technical L. Just depends on how harsh you want to grade. But it is Clevitus.
We grade on a curve.
Yeah. This is, I think, other than One Piece, this is the first like returning thing that we've talked about on the pod now. Jacoby put me on game last year in summer 2025, I think. So, and it is now back with season 2. Quick turnaround. I'm only 2 episodes in. There's 3 currently. I have not experienced the 3rd episode though.
Did the 3rd one come out like today? Is it a Tuesday thing?
Must have been. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm about to say, like, I checked yesterday. I tried to watch another one yesterday. So yeah, I'm only 2 in as well. So that's where we're gonna be talking about for sure. But Vex, how are you feeling now that you're 2 episodes in to a little bit of clever?
I gotta say, they got the goat Mayu Mishima back, who did the first opening and who also did
Oh
Long
yeah,
Shot
dude.
from ReZero
Oh
season
yeah,
2.
yeah,
Two
dude.
phenomenal songs. Like Ruler is peak and Long Shot is peak, and so is Foreshadow. Like it's cannot miss. Phenomenal opening. And Myth and Roid for the outro. It's no Ellie Goulding, but it's still really good. So that's cool.
Still
I
Ellie
think that
Goulding.
the
Now
first
show the lights
episode
down,
was
baby. Sorry.
the first episode was really not much. I'm not like too big on like magic school arcs, but they could be done right. I've seen it done before, twice actually. And I don't know if this is going to be the third, but it did expand a bit on magic. It did pick up right where we left off.
Right where we left off, yeah.
It's just I was finding it a bit hard to get bought in on some of the stuff from episode 1 of season 2, and then also they made Alicia like a teenager, and I'm like, why are we doing that? And they also made her a furry, and I'm like, why are we doing that? What's going on here? So I don't know. Episode 1 was rough. I'm not gonna lie. Episode 2 though kind of changed the whole game.
This is the take I wanted from you, Vex. This is why I let you start, because I had nothing but faith. This is where we were going here. Speak, my boy. Speak.
It
Let
kind of
them
went
know.
crazy, man.
It
Like
went so crazy, bro.
Mary's her. Can I just say Mary is her? Like that's like a
Mary, dude.
Like,
goated, bro.
Crazy.
She got the same name twice, bro. That's how goated Mary is. Fucking Mary squared over here.
And I keep forgetting that like Alicia is like she's basically a zombie. Like when we see like her eyes about to explode out of her brains, and I'm like, oh my god, no! And I'm like, oh wait, do we just like snap our fingers and she's back, right? Like so, like it's like there were stakes in that moment where like she was fighting the big old monkey, but like it like quickly. I kind of like immediately was like, oh, this actually isn't a big deal. But for what it introduced consequence wise, as far as like the like glyphs or whatever the fuck they're called in this, like the seals.
Yeah.
That is like a really interesting thing. Is like all of these. So these 3 like prodigies here at this like magical school. I'm very interested to see how like we see them flex throughout all of this. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I do hope we get away from this like little bubble plot soon though, and get back to like the broader strokes of like what there's a lot of cool world building, and like we finally get to understand more about the power system outside of just how the regalia work. But like I do just kind of want to go back to the broader plot, and it feels like we're verging on it with the little red lizard thing showing up, and like but I don't know, it's like I'm just there's hype here, and it reminded me very quickly of like why I did enjoy a lot of season 1. But there's also like I'm just wondering like how much meh do I have like ahead of me before we get to like the real good stuff, you know. But it's been pretty good. I give it like so far like a 7. Potential for like an 8.5 or a 9 though, I think.
For sure. Yeah. The potential's still there. I echo pretty much everything that you said. I, not to say that I'm outright not a fan of magical school stuff, but it's just been done so damn much that like this going from season 1 of just being like just straight world building and carnage and crazy like stuff, just kind of reeling everything into such a tight-knit bubble, kind of like you said, and like a bunch of characters that all of a sudden, I mean, I'm being introduced to, and why do I give a shit about these characters? But like you said, a lot of them really showed out in episode 2. And episode 2 kind of like reminded us that like, there's still stuff happening, like we have things to worry about. There are some stakes in this world. It did make it feel like we weren't going to spend too much time in this, which who knows? I'm right there with you. I would like to get.
I was
out
really
of school
hoping
as soon as possible.
The 2 little herbal magic douchebag twins were gonna get iced in that fight.
Oh,
I was like, please take out the trash.
Like, but they are doing a good job of just like humbling the fuck out of those guys in every single scene they're in. Like they pretty much got like dragged outside of the first scene they were in. Actually, no, even in the first scene, because Mary pulls up and just fucking drags nuts on them. So no, I was pleasantly surprised with episode 2. I was a bit worried with episode 1. Episode 1 was a very mid comeback, not outright bad in any aspect, but just not the twist, not the take I wanted. But now seeing the school, I think it's a really good way for it to show us the actual power system we're dealing with. Because like you said, we got tertiary concepts of the power system throughout season 1, but it wasn't really well fleshed out on a world scale, just on a in relation to Clevitus scale, pretty much.
It felt like a lot of what we liked about season 1 kind of got watered down in certain moments. Like when it flashed to Alicia's dad, I'm like, it was just like one moment of a guy's face that was just a JPEG for all intents and purposes. And I was like, dude, no, his story was so cool. Like, why are we like just glancing right past this? You know what I mean? And like, I don't know. I like, there were moments where I did get pretty worried, but like, I don't know. I'm gonna let him cook. Like, this is the concept is there, and I think that they just need to get the ball rolling a little more. If they had like double dropped this, then I maybe would have been a little bit more gas. But like, I'm glad I waited a week before getting into it, so I didn't have to like just sit with episode 1, because that would have kind of taken a lot more wind out of my sails.
Yeah,
you know, like
doing those separately wasn't the best way. But to be fair, like the wind was kind of out of my sails after episode 1, but it's back. It's back after episode 2.
Hell yeah.
Episode 2 did a good job of popping off. I'm looking forward to it. The choices they made, not the ones I would have made. Not what I was expecting for the story. But this is honestly one I'm very, very, very looking forward to this season in general. This is up there with Ghost in the Shell, and I guess continuing on Damon's and One Piece. Like it's on my main list at this point, and I'm stoked about it. By no means is it dominating that list, but I think they're doing a great job. Cody, are you watching Clevitus right now? No. Did you not like season 1?
Either of them watched the first. They didn't even look at the first episode.
I haven't even I've yet to consume it. Honestly, just hasn't been on my radar.
Yeah,
I think as far as fantasy worlds go, it is a really, really well done fantasy world where there's just like it's like they immediately show you the ceiling, and you like episode 1, you literally glance the absolute pinnacle, and it's a very interesting way of setting up the story. It's very unconventional, although there are some like classic tried and true like high fantasy things that I just think that it's definitely not like on the par with like Freerin when it comes to like the execution.
Just different story though.
But premise wise, I think it's really, really solid. I think the premise is like a 9 out of 10. I think the execution is like overall like about an 7.5 or an 8. So it is above average. I think if you're a fan of fantasy, it's absolutely worth checking out.
Yeah, no, it's worth the watch. I think the only reason people don't know about Clevitus is because it aired next to like Solo Leveling or something. Like it came out during a season that was just hitters after hitters. Like, it was either like Solo Leveling, or it was like Don to Don, or it was Gotchi. I mean, like something really big. Kaiju number 8, maybe even like I don't know, but I know it had some stark competition. So it kind of just got overshadowed, especially since it was like still in like the more shonen-y realm.
It was in the same season as To Be Hero X, and
because it was that summer season that was just peak.
Who was watching
Lord
that?
of Mysteries, and just a like literal 10 out of 10.
That was literally when we started the podcast. Yeah, no, To Be Hero X had me in a fucking vice grip. No, I wasn't watching Glee. Like, no. I don't know. I want to check it out because you guys know I'm a big fan of high fantasy. I'm a D&D player. I love me some Berserk, obviously. So I really do need to check it out.
I'd recommend it, dude. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I still have a lot of faith in this particular arc that we're in right now. It's taking its time.
Is it more seinen, dark fantasy?
Yeah.
High fantasy, dark fantasy.
Dark fantasy, I guess.
It's pretty dark. Yeah, there's some fucked up shit
because it's super gory, super violent. Like, I mean, it doesn't hold back on that stuff.
It's not like Hell's Paradise dark, but it's definitely darker than like your average shonen,
Yeah. Yeah. I think you know what? Yeah, I'll try to give it the 3 episode test before next podcast and let you guys know my thoughts.
Yeah, no, check it out. It's just, and I think they did season 1 right, where like the first episode of season 1 is an hour long,
Like 40,
which
it's like
or
48
45
minutes or some
minutes. Yeah,
shit.
yeah, it's two episodes at least.
Yeah.
And it's exactly what you needed, kind of like what we just said with like this season. If these were a package deal, it would have come off a lot better because it does take its time setting some stuff up. Like if I stopped watching, like if I only watched Clevitus season 1 with like the first half of episode 1. I could have been really, really mid on it. But by the end of that, like 45 to 50-minute episode, I was like, holy shit, this is going to be crazy. So I think it's super worth checking out. I think it's a really good humanizing story. Like it's telling a basic story of a super legendary demon finding the value in humanity. I mean, that's the super overarching plot here without getting specific at all, which is a tried and done story. But I think they're doing it in a fresh enough way, in a fun,
Your main
a fun way to
character
watch it. Yeah.
Your main character is effectively a walking apocalypse. They could just end
Yeah.
humanity,
Nice.
and they're just LARPing as a human to understand
Literally.
more about them, so that they could like decide for themselves, like, should I let this like existence continue?
Yeah.
Is it worth it? And it's truly very interesting seeing how they play off of like the hero that showed up to try to defeat them and the world around them, like these absolute just peasants, like civilians, pedestrians, and like just the normal folk. And then there's just literally a walking apocalypse just on the screen half the time. And it's like, it's really, it's more unconventional. I mean, it's been done before to some degree, but I think this is a really unique way of building the world through multiple perspectives. And I like the concept of regalia. I like the fact that they're expanding upon magic in this world as well, because it's something we didn't really get too fully out of season 1. I think that there are some phenomenal character concepts, two specifically, that I really, really enjoy and I want to see more from. So it's like, it's above average in almost every single account.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So
it's not like a 10. I'm not going to say you absolutely must watch this, but if you are a fantasy fan, this is definitely something you should check out.
Hell yeah. So looking forward to episode 3, and by the next pod we'll have at least I guess 5 episodes by then to talk about, or close to 4. So we'll see how season 2 is truly cooking. This is another one of those that I feel like it's just too early to call for us being in a new season of this. Episode 2 left me excited. So dub's a dub.
I think the last thing I'll say about it is that it's so unconventional to establish stakes when you have a powerhouse, like just someone who's so ridiculously overpowered, but like their weakness, what like centers them, is the fact that they don't understand typical human conventions and systems that are in place and things like that. So information is very powerful in this setting. And the smarter this character gets, the more we can see them actually be strong the way that they should be. But if it was just a one-on-one fist fight, like, the main character is probably going to win almost every single time. But there's like, they utilize intelligence and information in a way that I think is like really cool. And this is like, it's someone who doesn't understand the world below, like the mountaintop they existed on. So it's like, it also serves as a really creative way to have like an audience surrogate who just doesn't understand this world yet and has to get everything kind of explained to them. It's like, I've seen so many like less than spectacular executions of an audience surrogate. This is, I think, really good. Like, it's one of my favorite things about this. So I like it. I think there's a lot of it that's really clever. I think there's some of it that is a little contrived, but like, it's not like I can't think of any one thing that specifically put me off of any part of this anime, like truly, as I think back on like season 1. But that's like, they had to get creative with the stakes and with the ceiling. And it did feel like we went kind of high with the stakes in season 1. And I'm not seeing kind of any of that in season 2 yet, but like, I'm just gonna let them cook. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let
like,
them
there's
cook.
stakes, but it's like, it's not like to the same degree yet. But like, hopefully we go even higher. You know?
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I think they have the potential. So, Vex, you want to lead us into the next segment? If y'all don't
we're
have
talking
anything
about
else,
If we're talking about absolutely phenomenally built fantasy worlds, I think there is none better than in something that is controversial. A lot of people are not going to want to talk about it. A lot of people are not watching it. But I wanted to open up the floor if Cody has continued to watch it, because I know there's episodes 3 and 4 of Mushoku Tensei season 3, which is currently airing. We watched 3 together? Have you checked out 4 yet, Cody?
Yeah. King Class Water Mage.
Dude, holy shit.
I'm on. I am a staunch Mushoku Tensei enjoyer. Giguk, way back when I was watching Trash Taste, put me on to it. It is a very highly controversial series. I think there is a lot of things that are controversial about it, but when we get into the nitty gritty of what makes this world so special, the magic, the music, the sound design, when the lightning came down, dude, I was fucking like
Before we
I
even get
literally
that
felt
far,
like we
though,
went back to season 1. But
the
yeah,
opening song played, and instead of getting like generic opening visuals, like it did the same thing that we got all season 1 long, where it like showed like it built the world a little bit more. It's like we got a song, but it like there was still dialogue. It was like it's like I loved that. It was one of my favorite things about the first season, and we got it back. We're so fucking back with that. And like that was like the music was right out the gate phenomenal this episode. I think that yeah, the magical effect that we got, I got so nervous because it brought me right back to like the Fatoa and Mana disaster. And I was really, really, really terrified because when he first did his Saint class water mage spell, it like drew the ire of that like fake dragon god guy or whatever. And I was like, I was nervous. But no, this was a really, for the most part, kind of wholesome episode with like some peak flexing. I'm just, I know something terrible is about to happen. I just know it. And I thought it was going to happen like this episode. I literally thought it was going to happen this episode.
Sorry, go on. My bad. Continue. What's going to happen this episode?
No, I was done. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Cody. If you want to get interrupted next.
I really like fuck, dude. I can't get my thoughts in order.
You got this, brother. I believe in you.
Yeah.
Where we took off from the first 2 episodes covered.
I'm sorry.
I could just server mute him.
Wow, we really do have the power.
Okay, guys. Now that I've gone Super Saiyan, I can handle this conversation. Back to it, Cody.
You really need to talk to a Super Saiyan for at least 57 more seconds of this conversation for a bingo card tick. Let me tell you what. I really loved that we got to focus on Eris for the very first 2 episodes of Mushoku Tensei. It was really cool to see
for sure.
that she's super cool. And then we cut back to Rudius. And if we remember the setup of the formation of the group that we have when they landed in the Demon Continent, it consisted of 3 titular characters, like Dragon Ball. Like there is Vegeta, Goku, and Gohan. So we have our focus on the Vegeta. Eris, obviously peak. And now we have our Goku, our Rudius. And people are like, ew, gross. He's just a Goku clone. But now we're going to get our Gohan. But he's just a Goku. It's a Goku clone. I mean, okay. But
so it's like Goku.
I hit the minute. That's a tick.
This is gonna be my last episode on the pod. I think, y'all. It's been real. Y'all have fun.
Oh no!
But I think the next 2 episodes are gonna focus, like I said, with Rougiard, and we're gonna finally get to see what our boy has been up to this whole entire time. Because it would be really cool to get to actually like see the rest of the world flesh out and how we're going to set up the next wall we need to climb. That isn't fixing Amnesia Mom.
Yeah, I think seeing like Zenith in the garden and like getting the flashback of her talking about like Paul using her trees as target practice and shit, and like getting the flashback to Buena Village with like back in the day with like Sylphie and Rudy and stuff like it's like there were so many like they set up just such a crazy amount of like look how far we've come. And I think that it's also really cool seeing that Alina Lise is getting married to Cliff, like officially. Cliff is the damn goat getting a hold of the manatite. And that's a MacGuffin, but I think it's surely they're going to utilize that in like his left hand, right? Like, and that once that's not a prototype anymore, so he's going to have like this crazy cancel counterspell ability or something. I don't. It's like that. I think that's like a Schrodinger's, or not a Schrodinger, like a Chekhov's gun type of thing.
Chekhov's gun, Audrey too. Like, can we talk about that for real? That they just throw it away. Why do we need man-eating plants? I'm just saying, like, why do we keep
it was
just
so
burn
cute.
it?
No,
Just-
it was so cute. It was adorable.
This is a problem. This is a little shop of horrors happened. Just get rid of it. It eats blood.
I hate Aisha.
Oh.
Like, I don't like her as a character. Norn is a billion times the character that Aisha is, but like, no,
yeah, and then it eats Zenith. I agree, and that's how we get there.
Okay. I agree. Like, it's a kind of an issue, but it's adorable. Like, it looks so cute, just bouncing there for a second. Like,
God, I can't believe I gave up the "Don't Crash Out" bingo card for that. Fuck, you really fucking got me. Congrats.
Yeah, that's a bingo spot checked off. Speaking of check off, but no, I think I really like a lot of what was set up here. I think it's funny that like the cringy bits, like they reference, like Aisha's like legitimately like, oh, I'll tell your deepest, darkest secret, you fucking gooner. And like, he's like, okay, cool. Never mind. We're not doing any of that. And so it's like, it's little tiny things where like if someone makes a dumb decision, they get called out on it, that I actually appreciate, as opposed to just people making dumb fucking decisions and having no consequences at all. You know what I mean? Like, I think that there is a lot about this setup that is really interesting. Seeing the juxtaposition of just slice of life arc over here in the capital where they're like doing school and stuff like that. And then seeing Eris just absolutely in the trenches, just not having the time to wipe off like monster guts from her fucking face after she goes and trains more, with blisters covering her fucking like feet and hands. And like, it's so crazy to see the juxtaposition, because she is just trying with all of her fucking might, scraping at the fucking ceiling to try to break her way through until her fingers are bloodied and raw. And he's just kind of cruising. And we even see that it's like, it feels bad because like Roxy just gets completely instantly outclassed. Effortlessly, he just executes a king class water mage spell, which is insane. Like this, and like we've come a long way to get here. So it's like,
that's what I was just about to say.
He's done a lot of growing. But
like
that moment hit because she felt bad. She's like, it's hard for me to not, like, it stings. It hurts that like I taught you everything that you know and you're already better than me.
Yeah, womp Roxy.
I think she had some of the best writing she's had since season 1 in this. And like, I am a staunch hater of a lot of the writing surrounding her as a character. I gotta give her flowers though. That moment actually hit, and I truly see that like this is somebody who has something to lose.
Yeah, yeah, it is kind of like Master Roshi training Goku. It is kind of like that. Like, I taught you everything you know. You're already stronger than me. It's like when he literally did the Kamehameha at the car after like using it to take out Ox King Palace. Straight up. Like Rudius is a Goku clone. I'm thinking I'm onto something. Hold on. We got a banger.
Is Cody cooking here?
I am the cook king. Some might say.
He's using the fridge to cook.
Holy smoke.
Sometimes
and now that you've gone
cool.
Super Saiyan, I gotta say, Jacoby, your beard looks really nice.
I really appreciate that, brother. Thank you for the compliment.
No problem.
I just want to say, Cody, you don't need to go Super Saiyan to look really nice. You look really nice right now. Base form. Base love.
That's my secret, Cap. I'm never in base form.
Always maxed out.
What the fuck are we doing, yo?
Dude.
Playing games.
Lucas has absolutely destroyed us. We turned into a clip farming fucking pod out of nowhere. Oh my god. This has been
He said it.
ridiculous. You said it.
Well, the next one is the fighting game girl one that apparently nobody else watched. Young ladies don't play fighting games.
I'm very
Lex,
curious
did you
about
check
this. What is
this
this
out?
fix?
Yeah, it's crazy. If I had a nickel for everything I mentioned multiple weeks ago that nobody watched,
I don't
this
think
one
you
was
said anything
really
about this
good.
one, Dex.
You don't think so?
No.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Bet sure. This one is really interesting. I think that this is Yuri Bait, the anime.
Yuri Bait,
Young
the
ladies.
You mean
young
Wink
Oh, I'm not
ladies.
gonna watch this.
That's Yaoi Bait. That's
My
different.
bad. You're right. You're
No,
right.
I like
you-
yaoi bait.
Cool. This is young ladies don't play fighting games, and it is described as girl love. But really,
Okay.
it's
A
so
little bit of
funny
GL.
because all they actually want to do is just play Street Fighter 6,
Just wanna
and it's
smack.
actual Street Fighter 6. Like you get actual match footage. This is sponsored by Capcom, not this podcast, but that whole anime. That whole anime is literally
Could be, though.
sponsored by Capcom, and they have actual in-match footage. It's the only
Mhm.
3D CGI that I think Jacoby will ever appreciate. But it is
It actually
It's,
it's really cool the way they do it. Like they act like so. I
They
watched
have-
the trailer, and yeah, they just
they have literal pros,
Yeah.
like actual Japanese pros and an actual professional Japanese commentator in the fighting game community, like that are contributing to this series. So like one of the voice actors is literally a famous fighting game community commentator that they hired to do VA, and the actual gameplay that we see, the in-match footage, is legitimate pro players that are actually playing. And it's really interesting because in the manga, in the source material, they have like a knockoff, like a legally distinct fighting game, but it's basically Street Fighter 6. But Capcom was like, no, we're going to let you. So during the adaptation, they have the legitimate street, like there's one of the main characters is literally a Ryu main. And so you're just hearing Hadouken like constantly. And like, while it's so funny, dude. Like, I think that it's really interesting the way that they set it up. The two main characters, these two girls, one of them's a new student, and she's perceived by all of these other students as like, oh, she's so elegant, she's so well composed, she's so pretty, she's like, they call her like the white lily, some shit like that. And
Just like
and
When
she
she returned her
is-
handkerchief.
she is like, she's received as like the ideal platonic version of like a young lady at this, and she's a new student at this school that is like a boarding school. It's very strict. They enforce a curfew. They take your phones when you go to bed because they're like, no gaming. If you get caught with a gaming system, you're expelled. And which is kind of crazy. And so the other main character is someone who has given up on fighting games years ago, because she was big into Street Fighter 4, and she gave up on it because she wanted to be perceived as she wanted to stop being made fun of and losing all of her friends because she kept dog walking them at Street Fighter, and she wanted to just be perceived as a normal young lady. And so you see someone who's effortlessly elegant and perceived as a young lady, and we find out she's actually trying to climb the ladder in Street Fighter 6. And then we have somebody who just completely left the fighting game community years ago, and she's desperately trying and being sweaty about being perceived as a young lady. So these are our two foils. This is our two main characters. And I think that they do a really, really good job of like, there's all of the like tropes that you could expect from like Yuri. There's literally even a scene where someone's like, these girls all around us, they just see the world through like Yuri tinted glasses. And I'm like, that's fucking crazy. But there's literally a wall bang, but they like pump it up to 11, and this character bites her tongue while she's in the middle of this conversation. She's just like spewing out like gallons of blood, but it's like without consequence. And like in the first episode, there's another scene where they don't want to get caught, so they like jump through a window because you'll get expelled if you get caught with a gaming system. And these girls have like legitimate full-on arcade game pads, like with the lever and like the six buttons and everything. They're mega sweating, and so they have to like jump through this window in the multi-purpose room on the first floor, and the main character has a just literal shard of glass sticking out of her face. She just pulls it out, and it's like it turns a bunch of like these goofy like shonen and even like Yuri tropes up to 11, and it's just really funny. But there's like constantly these moments of like the tension, the will they won't they, but without any of like the gooner shit. But then instead of them actually like kissing or holding hands,
this isn't Marvel
like
Rivals. We're not gooning.
Yeah, they're not professing their
fun.
feelings or anything. They're just fucking doing a best of 5.
They're smashing.
It's actually so fucking funny. I think that it's a really enjoyable watch. Because even if you're like a shonen bro, it's still kind of really funny to see like some of these moments that you wouldn't expect to be pretty action packed. And they've expanded the cast a good bit. I think that it's honestly really enjoyable. I've given it my 3-episode test, and I honestly think it passes.
Oh yeah. Does it just have 3 episodes out right now?
I believe so.
Hell yeah.
That's all I've seen.
I'm gonna have to give that the proper 3-up test though. I'm genuinely looking forward to that one.
Yeah, that
one and the Jadugar one, like those are the 2 that like I am genuinely interested in, and I think are gonna jump up this list for me.
I have to say, after doing this for about 6 anime seasons now with you boys, it seems that like all of us start with like 3 or 4 animes at the beginning of the season, and then Vex tells us what to watch because he watches everything and he's like, "This is a good one."
Yeah.
Now this is a good one.
He actually digs through all the crap. He's like, "Nah, there's some gems here that no one's talking about." Absolutely.
Let me show you the rhinestones, baby.
And then none of y'all watch any of them.
Not true, Vex. I have kept up with a good amount of these things.
No, hold on.
I just remember bringing up like 7 things last season. Not one of you watched any of them.
Oh yeah,
last season was a little deeper.
Show me the video proof.
No, he's right.
It's literally live.
I know, yeah, like we literally have so
We're live on the channel right now.
There's so many VODs of us being like, yeah, we'll watch that, and then none of us.
Lucas
no, it literally happened. This
Lucas
session.
would never do VOD review.
I do VOD review all the time. What do you mean?
Oh yeah, totally.
No, I really do.
I just think it's I'm probably not gonna ever bring this back up unless you guys actually get into it, but I think it's worth it.
Oh yeah.
No, dude, I'm genuinely interested in this one, man. I was talking to you about it last night. I meant to get to it today, so this one is 100% on my list with Jadugar as well. So like, I'm gonna prove you wrong, Vex. We coming back talking about this in 2 weeks.
What are you guys gonna do when that's pronounced Yaduger?
Dude, I'll be like, this is like, Lucas's favorite new anime.
Yeah, like,
oh my god. It apparently means I don't know what language it is, but it apparently means like magician or like wizard or so. So it's like, I think it's like a witch in Mongolia. It just means the witch. It's, you know what I mean? Like that's what it means.
Yeah. I remember watching the trailer for that
it's just a peak, man.
Because you told me the name of it when like the trailer first dropped, and I was like, what do you mean by
yeah,
that?
one of the 3 times I mentioned it.
I don't think he's ever mentioned this though before, guys.
I'm still not convinced he's mentioned it, but
I don't think he ever posted anime news in the like little sub part of the Discord. Like,
I would put most of my money on there is just no documentable source of him ever.
I didn't mention it, 2 Tuesdays ago and last Tuesday when Lucas missed the recording.
I did miss I was stuck at work. That sucked, dude.
Yeah,
but that I believe brings us to another one that was just a Vex pool. I'm not even gonna attempt this one. As Mongoon Cat.
Yeah, that's a good one, Cody or Lucas. You haven't checked this one out yet? Asmongoon Cat.
Asmongold Cat.
It's really funny how he literally watched the first episode while we were live 2 weeks ago.
Oh shit! This is
on
cigarette.
pod.
This is Chainsmoker Cat. Why did you put the Japanese name, Cody? I was sitting here like, what the fuck is this? Okay, yeah, I dropped this.
I love this. This is so funny.
You guys
right
can
now.
guess why.
You got the joke, but you didn't get the joke. It is an Asmongold meme because Asmongoon Cat, because the cat is like Asmongold. That's the joke here. He's like, man, this Japanese version of Chainsmoker is crazy. Asmongoon in Japanese is just Chainsmoker.
This
but
is
yeah,
my
guys,
last episode of the
Chainsmoker Cat.
3-episode test. It was been a blast.
This might be the last one, everywhere.
All around.
Yeah, Chainsmoker Cat though. Chat, sound off if you made it past episode 2. I know nobody here except for me did, because I do this for the love of the game, and I want to be able to give you guys
Sure.
complex, in-depth breakdowns of.
You're never beating the allegations up to this.
Dude,
You watched it for the plot.
I still have opinions. I still have opinions on it. Yeah, dude, no, this is droppable AF. Did not pass the 3-up test. I wanted it to. I wanted to have faith in it. Me and Cody had a really good conversation about episode 1. The concepts are there.
Concepts are there, man.
The issue with this is
there,
just,
man.
yeah, the concepts are there.
They're there,
I would say,
man.
Cody, do you think the concepts are there? I think they are. He's out of this conversation. He can't even bring it up. This was a you thing. I watched it in the first place because you were
up, he
guessing
loses a square. If he brings it up, he loses a square and gives us both a square. I already know it.
Come on, Cody. Let's talk about a little Chainsmoker Cat, bro.
You don't want to
I
tell us
dropped it.
about the grapefruit soda fact? Squirt?
Yeah. All right, guys. That being said,
God.
Chainsmoker Cat
What's a drop?
is a story that had the chance to tackle addiction and just degeneracy and depression, a bunch of all these like negative traits that falls on people in society. And instead of taking it seriously in any capacity, they just hyper fixated on the weirdness to, I guess, maybe cut away from the dark undertones of this story. And holy shit, they just take it too far, y'all. Oh my god. Episode 2 is like actually unwatchable content. And episode 3 doesn't slow down on unwatchable content. We have sadly, I'm the Chainsmoker Cat IRL. Dude, look, I think there's a lot of people on like the very surface of this stuff that can relate to it. Like when I made my video about episode 1, there's a lot of people who found some connection with this stuff and enjoyed just seeing something like this being portrayed the way it was. But yeah, it's just it's too heavy-handed with the wildness. They went on the farthest degree of it. I wanted to like it. I wanted to see how they handled these darker undertones and maybe created like a fun narrative around it. But we really just get a weird bunch of we get drug addict cat, we get alcoholic cat, we get gamer girl, e-girl rage cat, not funny comedian cat who also might be a gooner. And it's just 3 episodes in.
Landlord.
Dude, and that's the thing. The landlord's the biggest gooner in the show, and he's also the best character in the show. Like he's actually the only one who gives a shit.
No.
Outside of her sister. Outside of her sister.
You're crazy.
Outside of her sister. Her sister would be the only other one, because he actually gives a shit about the cat girl. Yeah, he might be gooning when he's fucking in private, but that's when he's in private. When he's out in public, he's just trying to help the girl. He's like, girl, I'm gonna get you into a program to get you off cigarettes. Here's a pamphlet. Here's a fucking community to talk to. Maybe clean your shit up. Maybe fucking take care of your life. And then he goes home and rubs one out, dude. I mean, it's not the end of the fucking world. He's not hurting nobody. But yeah, that's where the bar is for this show. It's in hell. So alas, here we are. Chainsmoker Cat, 3 episodes in, heavy drop. Did not succeed.
Yeah, 2 episodes in.
You guys let me know what you think.
Like I said, I think there are themes that are present that are good, like and well portrayed. But just I should have known when the first episode opened up with her shitting over a toilet that like.
Yeah,
they were gonna take it too far. Like I thought there was glimmers of hope
that scene
throughout
was
so
enough.
much of it. Yeah, like there was glimmers of hope throughout so much of it, and like the introduction of her sister and everything. But like it just
the end of episode 1 was peak. Like it was really, really good and wholesome. Like actually.
Yeah, I got 5 minutes in and full body cringed about a dozen times and was like, yeah, I'm not doing this to myself. This shit is absolute fucking nightmare fuel. I don't know. I think that for me, it's hard to have a sense of humor about addiction as a recovering addict. And I think it's possible. I think there's plenty of things in media that have done it without over glorifying it or romanticizing it or things like that. I did not get even the slightest tinge of that from episode 1, although I saw that like the concepts were there, man. I just didn't trust it in any way, shape, or form or capacity to even remotely pull it off. So I didn't even get to the credits of episode 1. I was just hard out, absolutely out.
Hard and out. I get it, dude. I get it. You're just like the landlord for real.
No. And see,
So
if I
jealous a
was,
lot.
I'd still be watching the show.
No,
if I
fair,
was
fair.
like that, I'd be locked
but
in.
see-
I'd be
See,
rewatching
but
the show.
even the landlord is grossed out by these hoes, man. It's like, and that's
Who
like
is
the thing.
the demographic for this? Is what I'm really trying to wonder.
Degens,
Genuinely,
I'm not
are
even kidding. I
these-
think degens are like, and I feel bad saying that. I'm not dogging anybody, but like, you know,
I consider myself quite degenerate. I can't get off to this. A hard nut. Like
yeah, not my proudest nut. That's for sure.
I couldn't even get it up.
No, it's because like it's
is
not
this
even.
conversation?
It does have gooner bait, but like at the same time, it's not like that hyper focused on it. And in my opinion, I will say it does not in any capacity glorify these drugs just by the way it's shown, because it's just like all of their lives are terrible. Like when they introduce us to Alcoholic Cat, she throws up all over herself and our main character Cat while she's also passed out. Like it is only showing the worst angles of this drug. So I will give it that, where I don't think it's elevating or making drug use or abuse look fun or look like it could lead to some kind of good lifestyle. But on the flip side, even though it's not trying to take itself seriously, it should have taken itself a little bit more serious than this. But you know, hey, there is a demographic for it. I've made a couple posts about it, and I am thoroughly impressed with the amount of comments that are super hype on this. So I'm not the demographic, but there are a lot of people who are really rocking with this show. So you know
There's
what?
a lot
Good
of
on
people
them.
self-reporting on
The
this.
My
you know?
Hero Academia fans had to go somewhere. Like,
I think these characters are too old for them, though. I don't
oh
know.
my god.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I don't know.
At least this show has adults in it.
I think that, like,
Why don't you have
legitimately,
a
when
seat?
talking about addiction, this series will do more harm in the long run than it ever could help. And
they do
it's
kinda
the
glorify
I've
addiction
seen
a
the
bit.
most conversation that I've, even if it doesn't go out of its way to glorify it, the most conversation I've seen around it is like a bunch of people finding identification and representation with this casual addiction and seeing absolutely no problem with it. Like the hurdle to solve this issue that the character has is to obviously stop being horribly addicted, debilitatingly addicted. And I feel like
going
most of
through
the
it.
people who are celebrating the fact that they are cripplingly addicted are not wanting to see that from this series.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's a fair point. If it becomes too relatable and then romanticized, like she's just like me for real, and we're being a little, we're
Yikes.
actually being dead ass as opposed to like kind of memeing. Like look, we've all had our moments. I had a time, like even with cigarettes and shit like that, when like thank God I stayed away from nicotine and I did not catch that vice heavily. But working in a kitchen will get you damn close to it.
Baby, yeah, Will.
The only
A
way
lot
you
of
can get a
things,
break,
not just nicotine.
Not just
Not
Yo,
just
well,
nicotine.
yeah, and everything else. But let's say I at least beat the nicotine fight, and but yeah, it's a fine line of that, and I do agree with you, bro. I mean, and you were right from jump. I wanted to give it a chance. It was interesting, and I not gonna lie, there's a lot of times I like shock value anime. I think it can be done well. I like an anime that is highly adult and like dealing with like super adult things. Like I'm not opposed to a bit of debauchery and stuff like that. But yeah, this one was just truly actively trying to make me
It's like that
uncomfortable,
one scene
and it
where
succeeded to a point where I was like, I can't do it anymore.
It's like that one scene in Cyberpunk where like someone's just getting like impregned in the street or something, but it's like that as an entire anime.
Yeah, it's the whole anime. Yeah. It's
That's
never
the whole
not that
anime.
scene. Yeah.
It's always that, and that's as deep as it goes. Pause. Like, I don't know. I never get it. I would never will. This is not for me. Never has been. And I don't know. Kudos to y'all, I guess, for getting past the first episode.
Dude, I mean it.
Not
Thank
worth
you.
it.
Yeah. Not worth it. Unfortunately,
feat
It's
of
not
strength,
often that
actually.
Lucas gets past one episode of anime.
This is true.
Sorry. Oh my god.
This is true.
Holy shit.
I will say though, before we move on from this, just real quick, like because like this came up, I had a really good conversation about it in my post about this earlier today, when I gave it my 3-up test, like full review, which obviously you literally just got it right here, but you can go check that out on my page too. But when it comes to addiction and these concepts, like we said earlier, like I understand them to a degree, kind of wanting to soften the blow of this heavy thing that they're kind of talking about, but it's really frustrating to see the amount of addiction-based content that refuses to humanize the addicts. And I think that's really what's missing in this conversation when it comes to actually having the conversation about addiction and things like that. And you know, like you put an anime like this where every character who's highly addicted to these things and their life is crashing out, they're all cat girls. They're all some kind of form removed from something that you could be. So yeah, they're subhuman, and quite literally, there's also the conversation
I said
in this
from human,
about
not subhuman, but yeah.
no, but like they're being presented that way because like even in this world, beast folk are looked down upon, like you know, a classic trope in anime whenever they do that. So not only are they looked down upon because they're beast folk, but then they're also even more so looked down upon because they're addicts or depraved in some kind of capacity. Because I guess not every character is an addict, but
I think that this is somewhere where Eastern and Western media divulge, because like me and Cody were literally just before stream talking about Demon in a Bottle, which is an Iron Man comic that deals with alcoholism, and it is a very good and honest depiction of alcoholism. And then when Tony begins to speak, come clean, you know, you realize it's just a man who needed help, which is that's the way to portray an addict. As someone who also has struggled with vices and whatnot, you know, that is the way to portray an addict. And I think that it's just not the same in Eastern culture. I think they're still kind of stuck because there's even like there was a trend on TikTok in Japan where they would mimic Americans and be all slumped over and stuff like that, making fun of fentanyl addicts and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and all that.
I think they're still kind of stuck in that naivety.
Just only
of addiction.
Only bad
you know
people
what I mean?
do these things.
Only bad people do these things.
That's the core of my argument. It presents all these situations that bad people do this, not that good people do this as well. Like, or that you just have to be a bad person to be an addict. And don't get me wrong, there's tons of parallels and crossovers, but like, it's, you know, I think I would like to see it represented in a much more mature way.
Yes.
Where it actually like it's your everyday person. I mean, to kind of bring it back to some stuff that we've been talking about a lot, Luke, is like Pun Pun. We've touched on this quite a bit with Pun Pun's father, who is a bad person for a lot of reasons, but is also a you know, a really good father, at least is desperately trying to be, you know.
Tries to be a good
Pun
father,
Pun,
yes.
yeah. That's probably the way I should put that. And you know, I'm sure we'll probably talk about this a little bit more, so I won't get too deep on it now. Check this stuff out in the Patreon as well. But it's just the fact that like Pun Pun handles those situations in a way that I think is respectful to the situation, where it's not justifying anything that this person did that was a bad thing, but also is just showing that there's more than one angle to this person who can be perceived as just an objectively bad person. Whereas Chainsmoker Cat is just like, you know, not really hyping up the depravity, but like not properly punishing it and not properly representing, like we're not seeing drug addict human characters. We're not seeing depraved human characters. And I think that's the issue.
Something this conversation reminds me of, and it's something that I think did an adequate job of portraying addiction in a comedic light in at least some instances, is BoJack Horseman.
Yes,
which also has
brilliant,
like beast human Western type things, and like and the thing is that it's like even then, like when it makes like a comedic, you know, effort and things like that, it still takes it seriously to some degree. Like it's very hard to do, but it's been done before. Like there's obviously
and just
some
BoJack is not portrayed as a good guy. Like he's, you know, it's but at the same time he's surrounded by all these people. Like it's given you this like it gives you all of the angles as opposed to just one side. You know, like BoJack's doing some terrible stuff, but at the same time, there's this massive level of humanity, and
there's an entire character arc where he's trying to be a better person and failing because of addiction. And it's like, I think it's like, it's unhealthy the way that some medias can portray it as like wholly terrible, looking at like Requiem for a Dream. Like there's
Yeah.
also bad instances in media where it can be portrayed as a superpower, like fucking Sherlock or something like that. And it's like, I think that
When I
there's
inject heroin
there's
into my
inst-
veins, I can break down situations.
it's difficult to handle this subject matter in any light, but in a comedic light, I think it's most difficult. And I don't think they even really tried like to do it in a way that, like, if you're on the outside looking in, sure, maybe this is for you if you're into that kind of thing. But like, I think there's too many things I would have to unlearn to be able to enjoy this anime at all.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Super respect.
That's very fair.
But I think this brought up a good conversation. So,
I think so as
bare
well.
minimum, it
Very
was worth
real
it just to have this conversation and potentially see some better representation of this stuff in media as a whole. Which I do think we're moving towards a place for that. I do think this is a sign of the times kind of thing, but also from a very different culture than ours. So there's a lot of different things that go into it. But that brings us into. Is it time to yap about some Lucas
has
stuff?
Something he wants to talk about with you all.
Guys, I watched an anime recently. Gave it a good old.
What? Wait.
Since when?
Wait. Since when did this start, bro? Are you feeling okay?
You watch anime?
I do on the occasion, sometimes, not often. But no, I watched in total. I think it came out to like 7 episodes because the first episode was extended. I watched an isekai called Re:Zero. So far I'm enjoying it. I'm not gonna give it an out of 10 score because I don't think that's fair. I'm midway through the season. There is some things that aren't catching me. It's very isekai tropey at the beginning, but there is a lot that is. I haven't seen too much of the weird gooner shit I've heard about the show yet, I will say.
It's not a gooner show.
It's not a gooner show. Yeah, don't listen to that.
Yeah, I think you're conflating like a different isekai.
Possibly. So that's good then. That's a check mark off the list. I really enjoy, like, I've been thinking really hard about the sounds. Like, that's the thing I'm focused on right now. Because he's made it to this just where I'm at. He's made it to the second checkpoint. He's in the bed. The last thing I saw was him waking back up in it. Yeah, so which means he's dead. He died at some point. We don't know why yet.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoiler. Subaru Natsuki dies. Sorry, chat.
Yeah,
womp,
sorry.
womp.
Several. No. But no, I'm enjoying it so far. The whole first little arc there where he was repeating that first day over, I kept calling it Groundhog Day and stuff like that when me and Vex were watching it.
Yeah.
And like the way he grows in just that short amount of time, literally over the course of one day, is insane. Like, and he takes full control.
One day from hell.
In that situation against the baddie, like, God damn, they did that for us, chat. They did that.
They did that for us, dude.
They did
do that for us.
Crazy.
They did that.
Yeah, like Elsa's design is about as goonery as it gets. Like there's definitely some like designs, but like that's not like a main core part of the show, really. Yeah. But no, I was really excited when he hit me up. And a little bit of behind the scenes, Lucas told me over a year and a half ago that he would watch Re:Zero, and we finally got there a week ago.
Dude. Hey, you know what? I'm happy we're here. I'm happy we are here. Because, like, genuinely, we've said this multiple times. Re:Zero is top 10, possibly top 5 for some of us. Just media, just fiction in general. Yeah,
I think putting it in the box of isekai is just unfair.
It's so
at
unfair.
This point.
Yeah. It's well above isekai, and it's also above anime, in my opinion.
And I hope I get to that.
I am comparing this with things like Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad and other things. Like it is officially in those pools.
There's only one anime that's ever exceeded that for me, and it's One Piece. Like, obviously, One Piece is very anime tropey, but like it exceeds the anime because the story is so grand, it becomes an epic. It is in a completely different league than any other manga. You know what I mean?
Christopher Nolan's Odyssey.
Exactly. Christopher Nolan's Odyssey. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, you know how in on One Piece I was for years, and although I've fallen off a bit, I still am. Probably more than anyone, Lucas, where I am with One Piece, and I do think it's one of the greats. I think Re:Zero dog walks the shit out of it as far as anime goes.
That's crazy. I mean, I don't like the One Piece anime very much, so understandable. But nonetheless, I am having a good time. I'm going to continue. I told Vex I'm gonna at least watch the first season, then see how I feel, kind of thing.
Are you watching the director's cuts?
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
Good. Yeah.
But I wouldn't do him
The
wrong.
only way to
Come
do
on
it.
now.
Yeah. I figured. I just wanted to make
That's
sure.
why I came to Vex.
I'm really happy you're watching it, dude. I think there's a lot that you're gonna be able to get out of this, dude. It's a really, really damn good story. And I think anybody in chat is missing out if you're stuck with isekai goggles on, or just hearing things, whatever you've heard about it, and also like I understand Subaru Natsuki is a bit of the main character that needs to grow on you, dude. And I'm happy to hear that. Like, how do you
like
feel
his
about him?
radio
Do you like his
calisthenics.
character? Do you like him like as a main character so far? Just like on
I
the
like his ability to grow and learn. Like he thinks on his feet in a way that is very well depicted. Like he learned quick what was going on once he died that second time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was like, okay, this is what's happening. And then like going into like the alley and stuff with the burglars, like he finally realized, like, can we just stop fucking doing this and stuff like that? Like,
yeah.
Which got him to, what is his name? Reinhard?
The goat.
Yeah,
Yep.
just fucking, which was insane. That dude aura farmed the fuck out of that, destroying buildings. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's, so I'm having fun with it as well. Like I said, I think Subaru, he is funny. Like I think some of his humor doesn't land for me, but a lot of it does. The whole joke he makes about the twins, I'm not going to say it on YouTube. Starts with an L. Like
He
that.
doesn't make the
lesbians
joke
with
about
each
it
other?
them.
What?
He makes it with he calls Betty a lolly. He doesn't say it about the twins.
That's who it is. That's who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. He calls
This
her-
anime is very
suppose.
self-aware.
It was funny. Like that was cracking me up.
When he
Interested in
literally
that
makes the
character a little
joke,
bit more
like
as
when
well.
he gets brought into the fantasy series, he's like, "All right, cool. Where's my level up? Like, where's my menu? Like,
Yeah.
where's my?
What do I do?
Yeah.
It's really.
But
I love a
so
good self-aware
I gotta
story
say,
like
I gotta say, okay, so with the sounds, this is what I'm thinking. I'm theory crafting about the show, so that's a good sign as well. But with
Nice.
the sounds, what I'm thinking is that the small sounds are when he's like either hitting not necessarily checkpoints but key events,
Mhm.
and then the larger sound is obviously when he dies.
Yeah. Keep going. Go off, King. I'm listening.
no.
I'm just
I'll let you
vibing,
guys
dude.
have your little having your little vibe out.
No. I mean, just Cody's got me
First
vibing right now.
time.
I'm vibing back, throwing some energy.
First time.
I'm kind of hoping Cody
but
might
no,
throw a
then
little
the
bit
second
too.
sound, the one that is actually my Discord, like joining the VC sound. I think that is signifying that he's about to die or has died, because that's usually when we hear it. Is right before he dies or when he dies. It's I've got to watch more though. I'm definitely interested in that.
Yeah.
Film. Like I need
I
to
love
watch
that you're
more.
thinking like that. I love that you're paying so much attention to it. And personally, I just love the sound design. Without giving you any
Yeah.
hints or nods to if you're
The
right or wrong.
squelching is
The sound
insane.
design is so freaking cool, dude. The squelching, just the horror. They do such a good job of like making like this feels like
The mood
just
shifts
your
are so
run-of-the-mill
well done.
isekai,
Dude,
and then it turns into dark horror,
Like,
and
when
it
he
has like the
dies-
strings hit and the and like the
Yeah.
like the choirs and all that. Like so. That shit's so crazy, dude.
No, like literally, I have to bring this up really quickly. Like when we first put it on, literally first scene, first episode, when homie's at the fucking bodega, just getting him some like chips and ramen and whatnot. Like, there is a sound that is happening while he's getting like kind of like stimulus overloaded. Like, there is a sound in there, and if you know, you know. I heard it and got sick to my stomach.
Mhm.
Yeah, that squelching sound that had
I'm like-
no fucking like. Yeah, I picked up on that.
Mm,
No, some
You'll
other
you
voices
will
as well.
eventually.
I will eventually. Okay. But no, I'm having.
I don't want to say
like,
anymore.
I was
You just
saying
gotta
that
get there.
The tonal shifts though are so fucking well done. Like when he first walks into
good.
that bar with the old man and like he's dead and like then gets
Yeah.
attacked by a big titty bimbo. Like that's just
Hell
it was
yeah.
insane, man. It was insane. Just the quickest shift. I'm about to fucking die, and then I've been eviscerated. Like,
Well, and just like the way they have him waking up, like holding his stomach, right?
yeah,
Like, and just actively showing, like, dude, homie goes through this every time and wakes up with the entire memory of what it felt
In
like
his
to have
head.
his guts outside on the floor. Like, that's
He's literally
and-
or
sitting
to work his
there
hands tirelessly.
traumatized. Yeah, he's just sitting there, like, just absolutely traumatized, saying, "I don't want to die. I don't want to
Yeah.
die. I don't want to die." Like it,
Yeah.
and the sensory effects that they impart on you, the viewer, as well. When shit goes widescreen, when shit gets blurry,
Yeah.
when you can kind of like the audio starts to like chop in and cut away and like get like
Yep.
distant and muddled, and it's like I
It's
think
like
they do
in,
a
like-
really good job as an adaptation of capturing the absolute insanity that is portrayed in the web novel, because it gets really, really detailed, and it'll make your skin crawl. And so
Yeah.
they had to adapt it in such a way that does that justice. And I think from what I've read, they have done that fairly well in a lot of the big moments.
I'm
Facts.
excited to continue for sure. I didn't know if I would.
I want to be the
so-
one to bring this up because no one else has. But now that you finally watched ReZero, please tell me you understand how great Redo is.
Outro slaps as well.
Dude, I
Yeah,
love
the music's
Redo.
really
It's
good.
like top 3 of all ReZero openings.
The sound design, like we
Not
were saying
even
earlier,
grading.
just in general, just fucking slaps. Like it's so
Yeah,
well
sound
done.
design just goes crazy, bro.
Beautiful
Yeah, no,
said.
I'm so
I'm
happy
really
to hear this, dude. This is a pleasant surprise, man. Genuinely. I think you're gonna
And
love
then you're
it.
gonna read it like me, right? You're gonna leave
Probably.
everyone
I
else
already
in the
looked
dust.
up how many light
Don't do
novels
it.
there are.
That's a whole lot of
What?
words.
Let's
Too bad I ain't
go.
reading them.
Oh, I love reading books. I love reading books more than I like reading manga.
I like listening to books. I don't like reading them that much
Yeah.
these days.
Chump.
I like trains.
I like
Wait.
feeling books.
I
I like
dawdles.
Braille.
Oh, Braille? Yeah, Braille hits, honestly, dude. Do you like the sharper
Yeah.
Braille or the more like
We
round?
find ourselves once again making meaning on the Braille road of life.
On the Braille
Railroad of life.
Oh.
Jesus.
But
No,
that
this
brings us
is yet
to-
another one of my top 10 that Lucas is experiencing. So obviously I'm ecstatic. Obviously I cannot wait. I think about it every night before I go to bed. Like, man, wouldn't it have been sick if Lucas hit me up to watch more ReZero?
It's happening. It's
Soon,
actively happening.
Soon, baby. Don't worry. So I think that brings us though to One Piece Bounty Rush. We're gonna talk about Bounty Rush, the game. We're not talking about the chapter or the episode.
Let's go. I'm so hype on some One Piece games.
No, but before we do get into the full One Piece discussion, anybody see the One Piece Lego thing?
I saw some of the posts about it.
I watched the little trailer. It's just a retelling through Usopp's words of the first season of the live action, from what I'm seeing. So, like, all right,
I stopped giving a shit about One Piece collabs when they did Crocs and Popeyes.
I'm literally, I know why they're doing it, and it's pissing me off, but they're just trying to get the most bang for their buck for the fucking Fortnite models that they still haven't put out.
Yeah.
With, like, we're making a whole show with the Lego models, and you're not
Yeah.
gonna put them in fucking Fortnite? It's the only
Honestly,
thing
though.
I'm waiting to come back for. But we get Gooner poison. I'm sorry, I'm done.
No,
Oh my
no,
God, fuck.
this is a
No,
valid
keep
crash out
crashing
for
out.
me because like
Keep
I'm right
crashing
there
out,
with
Tony.
you. As much as I want the anime versions of the characters in Fortnite, we know it's going to be the fucking live action
yeah.
ones when it happens. And yeah, the fact that Fortnite also has Lego like sides to it all as well, like come on. At this
That's
point, where
exactly
the
why
fuck
they're
is it?
making this, is because they want to use the models to redo another series. Like, they're literally just reusing assets. And it's fine, but at least, like, we know why you have them. We know.
Toei would never.
I mean, well, they already do have like full legitimate Lego sets. Of
Oh my
this.
God,
I mean,
I'm
they've had
melting.
them.
Oh, shit.
Holy shit. I just watched Cody get an aneurysm. I'm so sorry.
Yep, it happened. It happened right there.
Woo! It's Ric Flair, baby. Woo! Woo! Oh my god!
So, like, if I'm being honest, I do want One Piece in Fortnite for sure. But I think a Lego One Piece game would go hard. I kind of mentioned this in chat earlier, but
It would go crazy. I would love that.
Off the manga, not the live action. Which we know if they do.
If we do like a Lego Marvel Heroes thing, and we could do like a Lego Shonen Jump, cool. But like, we all know why they have these models. Like oh, I wonder why there's Lego Luffy. Like, stop! We know they're gonna put them in Fortnite.
I mean, they're definitely going to, but I still wouldn't say this is because of that. Like, they've had these models because they're literally printing them in physical form, and they have been for 2 years now.
Oh, that's another good reason. They do have them in physical form. That's dumb.
Yeah, there's actually a full
why
Lego
we have
set.
action? Why do we have live action Lego? I hate that shit. We have live action Lego instead of real anime fucking One Piece.
And I agree. I hate it. I think the reason for that is fucking Shonen Jump, because they refuse to give up IPs, but Netflix can. The One Piece live action Netflix adaptation is a whole separate IP than all the rest of the One Piece IPs. And I guarantee you, between Toei and Viz, they're not letting anybody fucking touch that shit. So now every One Piece collab we get from now on is going to have to be the live action, which truly is the worst version of this world that we can live in. I don't want that either, by any means. But that's what we're stuck on, dude. That's what we're absolutely stuck on now. And it sucks. But I am gonna check out this little Lego retelling. I think it's cool to see. I'm still always hyped.
I still haven't watched season 2. Fuck this shit. I'm so fucking done with you, Netflix. Oh my god. I'm unsubscribed from Netflix, by the way, y'all. Fuck them. Fuck these pieces of shit. I'm not a shill. Brother. I hate these motherfuckers.
Netflix is
I quit giving Netflix money over a decade ago.
You guys are killing them.
Yeah, we make the whole difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
Netflix is probably not going to make it.
I make the whole difference. What I do.
No. But that's the thing, though, is if you just say like it doesn't matter, one person's not going to make a difference. Like I think that's like kind of just what they're banking on. Like
that's like voting.
Calm down. I don't think that I'm making a difference, but it's still. Yeah, my dog listens, but I don't think. Like I obviously don't think me never paying them, for the past like decade really hits them where it hurts or anything like that. But it's like I can't support my money going to that. Like that's as simply as it. I think globally, act locally. You know what I mean?
My card expired, and I low key I was just like I can't. There's nothing on there that bothers me enough to want to update my payment for it. So I'm like, oh, just let it go. Bye.
Oh, and that's super fair. If there's nothing worth watching on there, what are you freaking paying for then?
Exactly. Like. I'm getting more use out of my Crunchyroll. I'm getting more use out of the fucking Disney Plus, which I'm just using to catch up on Marvel stuff right now.
I'll say, what are you even watching on Disney Plus? I've had that. I need to.
I just watched Thunderbolts, dog, and don't want to.
You're not watching Daredevil Born Again. You're out. Like I'm sorry.
I don't want to invite this bad juju into here during our glorious One Piece talk. That definitely hasn't made me melt down.
Only subscription online that is worth it is Dropout. Everything else, I'm gonna pirate that shit. I'm gonna be real.
I have that as well. yeah, I have Dropout as well.
While we talk about One Piece, I gotta talk about pirating. You know.
yeah. For real.
Just to be on top.
One Piece Lego looks like ass. I think it's more ass than Loki is in the manga right now. That's where I'm at.
I think it looks better than the live action.
Oh yeah, anything does.
Oh my god! No, memes aside, I this is the first I've ever heard of it. I'm not even gonna Google it though. I quit caring about One Piece collabs. I think that I just really like the story and want to see it conclude.
Yeah.
I'm stoked to see One Piece getting bigger and bigger. I think it is a net positive. I don't think we're losing anything from it. I think it's cool as hell to see, even if it's not something that I care that much to watch. Like, it's not on the top of my list of I can't wait to watch the Usopp recap of season 1 of the live action. But it is something I'm definitely going to throw on at some point while I'm doing something else. I'm sure I'm going to second monitor it. And I'm just happy to see One Piece being as big as it is, dude. I think it's cool as hell. I think it's cool as hell. Whether you like it or not, that doesn't really matter because you got the piece of it that you do like, the one piece of it that you like. So it's a win all around.
He said it.
And he said it. And if this brings more fans to it, if this brings more kids into it, if this gets more people excited for it, I think this is just a net positive no matter how you cut it. And
that's where I'm at.
I'm excited for it for the sake of being a One Piece fan. It's not like I'm personally geeked on it, like in my own like.
Yeah, that's where I'm
like,
at too.
I know I sound like a hater when it comes to a lot of these conversations, and that's fine. I don't care if that's like how it's perceived. I don't dislike this. I just don't care. Is like my whole take.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I'm completely
and that's super fair if that's where you're
this.
at. Yeah.
And so I don't want it to like if that's what people took from that, that's cool. Like I'm not here to change your mind or anything like that. But I just want to clarify for those who do care for the clarification. I don't dislike this or all of the One Piece
I think it's worth clarifying because
I'm not gonna be upset if like a bunch more of these happen. It's just like I don't care. I'm not invested in that. I just like the story, and that's all I really am here for. I don't like literally if any one of my top 10s did a collab like this, I would probably care just as little. So it's like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm just not like that kind of guy. I'm not susceptible to like this like cross marketing and whatnot. And so that's not me. You know, if that is you, awesome. You're fucking eating, and you're probably gonna keep eating for a while.
I can't wait for Steins Gate X the Hydron Collider.
That's crazy, bro. That slab's gonna go nuts.
Get your household Steins Gate branded particle accelerators.
But that being said, guys, we got a pretty big episode this week. If y'all watched it, episode 1170 of One Piece, which is covering Scopper Gaban versus Luffy and Zoro, as well as introducing 2 new Holy Knights. Boys, how'd y'all feel about this adaptation?
I think Killingham looks sick as fuck. I love how vibrant it is.
I don't like
Killingham's design
the color schemes, man. I don't know. It's classic though. It's just like
how would you know?
All over. Okay.
They don't look just black and white and blurry to you? Color schemes? What color, bro?
Holy shit.
Check the Patreon. You get back in 4K asking me what color something is. I don't know if he even knows what color Killingham is.
I see it in hex codes. I have a plugin.
On my, you see the numbers? Yeah, you're like, I'm pretty sure I hate that number. That number don't look good at all, actually. Yeah. That's an ugly ass number if I've ever seen one.
It's so funny, dude. No, I think that's kind of just a classic thing though. Since Egghead with Gorosei color palette reveals, I was like, okay, this is what we're doing. And
everything's so much more colorful than you ever expect it to be. Especially in the manga when it like actually is all blacked outfits. Like
But I mean, it's not like a major gripe. It's just like one of the only things I could really like pluck from this that I'm like, I don't know about that, you know.
Now this is something I specifically was gonna bring up. Because that's like I think that's the overarching conversation of this episode outside of like just some of the cool additions they added to it, and I gotta say like when they revealed the Holy Knights color palettes like on the manga cover or in that one like art that Oda did however long ago that was, it was pretty much these colors, pretty damn close to it, and obviously the internet was rioting. They didn't rock with it, and it's a common complaint that I also share a lot of the times when in the manga in the black and white and in these like full black outfits that these guys are wearing, with them being the literal like some of the baddest guys in the verse, I want them to be dark and scary and kind of aura farmy, and Oda just makes sure anyone who could aura farm doesn't 9 times out of 10, outside of Zoro. Like I swear Oda just tries his best to be like, I could make this really cool
with the sole exception of Roronoa
Zoro. With the sole exception of our Lord and Savior Zoro here, because Zoro aura farms in every panel he's in, quite literally. Like Zoro is always looking cool. Every other design's like, let's make it goofy as fuck. So I felt that way for the Holy Knights as well. Seeing it like in the full color in the anime and in motion and with contrast of the world that they're standing in and stuff like that, the fact that like Sommer's jacket is still like the black color, but like his like vest or whatever the hell he's wearing underneath is like that weird blue, and with his orange hair, and then Killingham being completely orange with like the yellow accents and stuff. I love Killingham's design. I think that is one of I think that is one of Oda's best designs, and I think the Power Ranger take is just terrible. It looks like a Power Ranger.
He looks like he's sponsored by
fucking way does what? I mean, maybe sponsored. That is a better take than a Power Ranger. Just because Power Rangers have color, like the fact that the color exists within Power Rangers, that's gotta be one. Like that's a crazy take, I think. Yeah, Power Rangers with a Hagoromo scarf, fucking Hitler's uniform, and a goddamn scuba helmet.
Old,
yeah, if that's what Power Rangers look like.
Have you not read
What?
the manga for
Killingham-
Power Rangers?
No, dude, I have not
From your
read the
name.
manga for fucking Power Rangers.
It gets
bro.
crazy. Let me just tell you that.
I mean-
and this guy, this design looks like a Power Ranger. I'm just gonna say.
All
I
right,
don't
dude.
know.
All right, I'll take your word for it. But
As a massive Power
overall,
Rangers fan,
yeah.
and Super
Yeah,
Sentai.
Cody, what-
no.
yeah, Cody, what are you thinking about their color palettes and all that?
I fucking hate Summers' hair is orange. Fucking loser ass, bitch ass, wannabe
I hear that a lot.
ass.
Great
Yeah, but he just
grandpa?
looks more hateable. He looks so hateable.
Yeah, obviously
and I
related to
fucking hate
Nami
him.
after this most recent
100%
episode.
has to be. Yeah.
Has
It
to
has to be.
Oh my god,
He's
and then I gotta
so
listen to
related.
this.
And one of his
shit.
wives was the chick
I'm
on the
so
same
great.
Briz. No,
Ugh.
so what color would you have expected Summer's hair to be? Because, like, to be honest, I didn't really have much of an opinion on that. I don't mind the orange at
White,
all.
bro.
I
He
think it works
old.
for him. White, yeah. I mean, and no, and like genuine question. You know, like I'm not saying this for the memes.
That's
I'm just-
that's a
like,
genuine
yeah.
answer. He's old as
Yeah,
hell.
yeah,
I
white,
thought he
yeah.
was just gonna
Yeah.
be white hair. You know?
and that's fair. No, like that's totally fair. I think that's a pretty solid take on that. I don't know, but I thought they did a good job with these reveals. I love how, I mean, I gotta say it. This last episode was a stark improvement from the manga that we got. Like virtually, like for every panel of movement that was possibly given, I feel like the anime did it better.
Yeah,
I think
Shady in
the
chat.
Holy Knights showing up was a little bit more menacing in the anime than the manga. Like their introduction was a lot not menacing. What's the word I'm looking for here? What's the opposite of menacing? Lackadaisical.
You think it
I
was
mean,
like
it wasn't
more
meant to
more
be. Bro literally
underwhelming.
showed up on the couch with his pants off.
Yeah, that's what
It's
I'm
not
saying.
Oh,
meant to
wait.
be
No,
menacing.
what are we fucking? No. Reel it back like 3 frames. When they come in just like the fucking Gorosei did on Egghead with like or in the throne room when they were about to aura farm on Sabo and fucking Cobra with like the red like glowing eyes and the amorphous like dark
If
shadows
anything,
around
they
them.
overcooked
Like,
it.
Dude, like literally, if anything, they overcooked.
If
Like, I thought this
anything,
shit was. I thought it was inherently menacing. Like now, don't get me wrong. Classic Oda fashion sets everything up to be dark, scary, and creepy, and then at the very last moment goes, "Haha, lol! It's actually just dude in his underwear," and the rabbit being late to a very important date. Like classic Oda, but like
Yeah.
the whole like smoke clouds coming up out of the pentagram and like. The way they just added a lot more extra moments of their shadows like coming into form for it to end up being that goofy moment of Sommers being like, yeah, dude, I'll pull up in an hour. Just let me get dressed kind of thing. Oh, shit, we're on Elbap.
This shit was
I don't know,
funny
dude.
as fuck.
I
thought
think
it was
they
funny as fuck in
cooked.
the panels. I thought it was an improvement. Like
it's better
and
in
did
the
it-
anime.
and I don't
That's what we're saying.
I don't get paid
I feel
to
like
say
Lucas
that
wasn't
like
saying
Jacoby
that.
does.
Maybe I'm wrong.
No. I
Yeah,
wasn't
you're
saying
like,
that.
I haven't
Lucas
taken
literally
checks
said
in a
he
while,
liked
guys.
it in
I
the
just want y'all to know right now we may or may not be in between jobs. I don't know.
It's because of the bingo card. It's because he can't.
I might
show
don't know.
Toei.
be
You
between
have no
jobs
idea.
right now. I'm Cody.
You don't know anything. Look, we just out here making livings. I thought this was a great episode. What did y'all think about Scopper Gabon? I think they like, dude,
Who?
I wish Rayleigh
He's the
could have
goat.
gotten this. I wish Rayleigh could have gotten this
Shut
treatment.
your mouth. Don't.
Brother,
Don't
no,
do
I'm doing
this.
this. I'm
Don't
doing this
do
to lift
this.
you up, Vex, and I feel like you are going to agree on this. And this is something I've been waiting to talk about on the pod with you specifically. And I have a whole thought process around it. Because like there's a reason why
I'm gonna
Rayleigh
let you cook.
like obviously right and left wing of the Pirate King, it is meant to be assumed that Rayleigh and Scopper are relative in strength. Regardless of what you want to say, they're supposed to be relative. The whole meme of who's first and who's second, you know, that's such a thing. But generally speaking, as far as the narrative is concerned, they're supposed to be relative. Obviously, we saw in this fight with like it was Luffy and Zoro versus Scopper, and Zoro literally had to tell Luffy, yo, dodge, this attack is going to fucking kill you, like quite literally, if you like, you know, don't take this seriously.
Quite
And Luffy
literally?
could have gone, you know, gear 2, gear 3, gear 4, but nah, he went straight to gear 5, which don't get me wrong, he mostly spams that these days anyway, so I'm not saying that's like a core thing, but like Gabon was able to push them really freaking far with a damn key in the first place. And then when he brought out the axes, it was even crazier.
Say, fellas.
Say, fellas.
Dude.
But what I want to say is I want to see Rayleigh get a moment like was given to Scopper in this one. just for the simple fact of when we met Rayleigh, we were at a significantly like earlier part in the story, just with the physical ability to animate, like quite literally the animation quality.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to make sure I was ready for this discussion. Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm happy to hear it. I hope I got you to mark one off.
I think we could have gotten a significant flex on this caliber from Rayleigh if Blackbeard actually stepped instead of walking away. In that moment, like I think that would have been absolutely legendary, and I would have loved to see it. But I also think that there's the argument that of like Prime Beard versus like how he fell off in his old age, and Garp says he's like punching at half his strength, and so I think that like there's not a way to like linearly scale the fall off that some of these characters have, but I would argue because of Rayleigh's drinking habit, he probably has fallen a little farther than Gabon maybe has.
So I'm blown away that's where you're going. I wasn't even going to take it there. I was going to continue the glaze.
No, I mean, I'm being realistic. I can glaze Rayleigh all day, but like that's like also something to consider. And in the argument of like Zoro versus Sanji, if we look 50 years down the line, Zoro drinking himself fucking silly almost every chance he gets, I think we could say a similar thing. But as far as like the current or the prime versus prime debate, that's like where I think that is like mostly spawning from. But like looking at what Scopper Gabon's life is currently, bro's living it up. You know, he's having a good time.
He's doing great. But what I really want to say, the point that I was the point I was trying to make with that real quick, if I could just finish this up and then we can move on. What I was going to say is when we saw Rayleigh doing what Rayleigh could do, he was teaching Luffy the basics of hockey. Whereas in the moment that we're meeting Scopper Gabon, our Straw Hats are prepared to learn the advanced levels of hockey, where Luffy already has tapped into that to a degree, but not quite enough. And then we have Zoro and Sanji obviously kind of on the cusp of their awakening / finding their control of all of this stuff. So my only argument with people trying to say that, you know, obviously Scopper is so much tougher than Rayleigh because he was able to push Luffy and Zoro side by side to Gear 5 and like whatever else. The simple fact is Rayleigh didn't get a chance to show it because he wasn't dealing with that portrayal. High. Yeah, exactly. Narrative portrayal. So I would still say, I mean, yes, we can make the argument about drinking and all of that stuff. But I think really if it came down to it and Rayleigh had to break bad and they were side by side, they'd still be relative equals in you know, one way or another. And I think it's really cool to see really how strong the Roger Pirate, because at the end of the day, just everything Gabon does is Roger upscale. Like every single thing Gabon does is Roger
same thing with Luffy to a degree, because Rayleigh had spent like all the time on Ruskaina, like showing him, and like when we first get to see an actual flex of what Luffy can do with hockey in Fishman Island, and he knocks out 10,000 fucking fishmen effortlessly. That's a Rayleigh upscale. Like
for sure.
Nobody wants to,
because Rayleigh taught him how to do that last week. Yeah,
no way. Look at Cody's face; he doesn't want to talk about it. But I think that's an interesting conversation point that you brought up, is that Rayleigh had to like show them where the floor was, and here we are seeing Scopper test Luffy's ceiling. Exactly. And that is it's a really that's that nuance that you don't get from your hashtag average One Piece theorist.
Yeah, so that's really what I want to bring up with this conversation, and I just and just to come back to this anime episode, the impact frames they added for him, the way they made his like blade, wind, scythe things go through. I mean, everything about this was sick as fuck. I think they just absolutely elevated the manga on this. And Gabon is just even freaking cooler than I already thought he was. Like I'm like he's moving up my list of just favorite characters in One Piece so damn fast, and the manga has done a great job of that, quite obviously, with what he's done up to our current point in manga wise. But even just with this moment now where we're at with animation and Elbaf, dude, Gabon's such a freaking goat, and that shit was so cool. That was such a fun fight to see. And Luffy Gear 5 in his Elbaf outfit is just so sick, dude. The white axe and everything, it's just so good, dude.
Yes, kiss.
So good.
So good.
So good.
Yeah, One Piece Season 2, Core 2, kind of killing it.
Kind of killing it.
Kind of killing it. It's starting off pretty good, dude. And these Holy Knights are wild looking. Lucas, you got anything to add on to these? I feel like I've been yapping a fucking lot. Don't let me.
I like the Gabon stuff a lot. I think the animation has gotten a lot better for me since Egghead. I had a lot of problems with Egghead. with the way that they're handling some of the impact frames and just fights in general with Gear 5. But I think it's just been a massive improvement. Scopper coming in the way that he did, like just that's the moment I think was an improvement, definitely, upon the manga. I just think that the way, I mean, the manga was hype as fuck because it was Scopper Gaban. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing ever going to be the feeling of seeing him for the first time, legitimately. But I think that the way that they showed the action, like you said, with Zoro and Luffy, and the whole, like, if you don't move, that's going to kill you, straight up. Like, just to show the level that Scopper's at. I'm very excited for some of the future stuff with Scopper now that they've set the groundwork.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that, like, and I do think this is another nod to this seasonal, structure that we're having now, is because, like, we can have moments like this, which are still relatively small moments. That wasn't a big fight by any means, and neither really was the Holy Knights appearing on the island. But the fact that the animators can overcook the hell out of these scenes at this point because they have the room and the budget and the time, I think that's super cool to see.
I have to agree. Are we ready to manga it up?
I am if you are.
I'm always ready, baby.
I think Cody's chomping at the bit to talk more about Toei.
No, I'm always ready to talk about manga. I think the anime is just killing it right now. And it's like, yay, nothing happening in the manga. Nothing important. It's more of a lighthearted tale.
Lighthearted tale. Spoiler warning for up to chapter 1188 of One Piece. We're about to be discussing it ad nauseum. So buckle up, buckaroos, as Caitlyn Jenner said before she hit all those people with her car. I get you.
The background laugh on that was Pete. That was absolutely Pete.
The gallery loving it, dude. Shout out our fans. Fan of the podcast.
That's crazy.
Shout out to wife, love of my life right there. But yes, no, spoilers for 1188.
My wife.
My wife.
My wife.
She's giving me the mean eye now. She hates the Borat. So,
Let's get him in the doghouse, boys.
What an
what a wild chapter, boys.
I like the cold open with the Joy Boy text was something else. I'm not gonna lie,
dude. What a cold open.
I feel like he's telling us it's happening sooner than later. Like the flashback,
I
whatever
fully
we're gonna
agree.
get. I'm even thinking before Elbath ends, we'll get it, or at least a little bit of it. Maybe like a page or two. You know what I mean?
I definitely think it's possible, dude.
Reveal?
JB face reveal. Ooh, I don't know. All right, so
what if
I gotta ask
like that? What if he's just a silhouette?
Yeah, just like Emu, dude. Yeah. That's actually what he looks like, dude.
I gotta get my average One Piece theories out. Sorry.
Of course.
I do think they're absolutely teasing this Joy Boy flashback and Void Century flashback just heavily. Like it's on the nose at this point with how many small moments we've gotten. Like, you know, what was it, 4 or 5 chapters ago? We got like just the smallest little corner panel of just like a Joy Boy Emu interaction. And then now
was literally about to yap about. They were literally about to yap about the entire Void Century, and then Luffy punched them in the face.
Yeah, classic Luffy ruin.
We were literally seconds away from the Void Century flashback, and Luffy said, "No, we got other plot right now. We've had too many flashbacks.
No, kill me first.
You can't fit another flashback." We've hit critical mass flashbacks, but, just like critical mass hockey.
No. We could take it higher. We could take it higher for sure. But I want to ask you boys something. Especially because I am the newest member of the manga squad on this podcast. Y'all have been reading the manga longer than me. Cody, I think longer than any of us. I have a genuine question I've been trying to figure out. Yeah, truly. And the question stems from this first page, right? With Joy Boy talking to Emu, he's talking to Emu on some kind of communication device. Like it's some kind of electronic seeming device or something like that. It has like a little like static kind of thing. It also has the type of text box that usually indicates them speaking through some kind of technology, normally when they're speaking through a snail phone. So my question to you boys is, do you think they were talking on some kind of ancient but technically more advanced version of a snail phone? Or is this like a Motorola Razr because they were like such an advanced technology? And
He
my
pulled
real
out a
question here.
sidekick too. Flip the screen.
Yeah.
What up,
Just
it's Joy
flip
Boy.
that bad boy open. Yo,
Yeah.
who's this? This is Moo. Who's this?
Yeah.
Joy Boy, motherfucker. But no,
LMFAO, Rafflecopter.
the real question I have here, and I've been trying to do some research, and on everything I found, like I found the first 3 instances of a snail phone even being referenced in the manga. And obviously in the anime, we get the classic pura 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 click every single time, like they call an answer. But in the manga, obviously, we don't have sound effects there directly. We do have onomatopoeia, and I do believe that their onomatopoeia represents the pura pura pura. It's like kind of similar to that, so I do think that is it. But normally when they're answering it, you kind of have that like ZST text, which is like that kind. Yeah, exactly. That exactly. And we see that exact same kind of text with this Joy Boy conversation with Emu. So what do you think the likelihood of
No,
is that this is a transponder snail or something
The
else?
Z text on this one is Zik with an SHK.
Yeah. I mean, so it's
That's
not exactly
different,
the
bro.
same, but I
Gotta get my average.
in my
Olympics
opinion,
series out.
in my opinion,
think,
that's similar enough to say that this is at least not definitively not a snail phone. I guess it's the
my
I
guess
core
think
of
is
the
that
argument.
this is
It's a din-din.
And this probably
Joy
doesn't
Boy
matter at
is-
all.
Joy Boy is Mosa. Confirmed.
I think it's more
Yeah.
interesting.
Next question.
Well,
Next
Next question.
I think that it's more interesting that this kind of feels like a reflection of a certain moment that happened before Alabasta with Sanji and Crocodile.
Exactly. Yeah, chapter 128. That's exactly where I went to make
Mr.
these confirmations.
Mr. Prince, exactly. Which Alabasta, with what it means in the grand scheme of things, with it planning, like Oda was going to use it to build up to the last arc, if he was going to end it there, you know what I mean?
That's where the tipping point was,
Yeah,
where
that's
he
where the
decided
tipping
to
point was.
extend and get the first hashtag 5 more years.
Yep. And I think that that is important, and it's something we need to be looking at now. Do I think that's going to predict everything with Joy Boy and Emu? No. Possibly, though.
It's
Who
crazy.
is to
I don't know,
say?
man. When's the last time we referenced Alabasta? And this chapter to reference
This chapter to
Alabasta?
reference- yeah,
no
right. Like,
way.
who would have thunk it?
No. Y'all are kind of reaching.
Hashtag average One Piece
sorry.
theory, dude.
To put into a matter
man.
of perspective, one of the very first instances of snail mechanizations used was back in 1999 when the manga had debuted, and Luffy's wanted poster was sent through a Den fax machine.
Yeah.
To put into perspective of how old. So I think that it's probably if it's not a snail, it would be like a progenitor to that. Maybe it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
a
Like
slug.
dials.
It's
A
a
slug,
mollusk.
yeah.
Or,
Like,
like
no, I literally had somebody bring that up in one of my comment sections, Cody. That's hilarious. Like they're like, it's obviously a slug phone. Like it's the next
well, I mean,
progression.
That's why
that's the thing is like we know that the snails themselves are telepathic and like they've been given like dial technology to help them like tap into the grid. So it's like it could just be dials as well, since we know dials are like ancient tech adjacent potentially. So it's like I think
with
that
the Sky Islands being separated,
FAX.
I think it
Like-
could be with how dials are incorporated to their mechanizations up in Skypiea. It wouldn't be a far stretch to say if the world was more connected in the Void Century, because we know that they have Axtal gates and these other ways to get to Sky Islands. If they were incorporating dial technology more into the snail way, I could see it being a more advanced form of technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, good stuff, boys. Thank you for entertaining me. I know that's like such a wild tangent. That doesn't matter that much, but like I was so interested in that, and it just kind of led me down a random rabbit hole of like, what kind of sound effects do these snails actually make in the manga? But to continue on the phone call thing, you know, through Lucas's theory of the devil contract, I've kind of extrapolated up until this chapter that, you know, King Emu Narona made a deal with the devil, and that devil's name is Mu. And that's just kind of the establishment of this whole concept, right? But based on a couple chapters ago, that little tiny panel I was talking about with Emu and Joy Boy yapping with each other, it made it seem like on a very light with lack of, you know, or light amount of detail with the lack of context, it kind of seemed like they were just laughing
Buddies.
together or almost potentially boys or friends or something. And so because of that panel specifically, I was theorizing that Joy Boy and the ancient king Emu Narona devil contract Mu were buddies, and then Mu made this contract, and then kind of took the wrong path. This chapter, but
to go off that just real quick, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Think about Crocodile in Alabasta and what he was to the people. He was a hero to the people. They only saw him as a good person.
Bringing the rain.
Good thing could be with Emu. You know what I mean? Like everyone saw him as a good person, including Joy Boy. Tricked by that facade, and then he made that deal with the devil. Mu come about. I see where you're going with it completely, brother.
Well, that's not quite where I'm going, actually.
No.
Real,
saying, like with the whole Mu aspect, like the devil being Mu.
Yeah. Well, with the devil being Mu, but what I'm getting at in this particular moment is that whole theory is cooked now, because this is Joy Boy introducing himself. So obviously this is being presented as the first conversation Joy Boy and Emu had. And Emu introduces themselves as Mu, which just, no matter what, confirms that their
Emu was always Mu. Yes.
Yeah, he was always Mu, or at least Mu from the time Joy Boy met him on, which just makes the whole they were friends theory kind of not work well anymore. I'm not saying it's completely out, but I feel like this is a notable bump in that theory's road. And I was pretty heavy on that, especially with all the groundwork you laid on the Devil Mu theory.
Like, just elaborate a little bit more. How does the name Mu make it a bump in the road for them being friends still?
So all right, well, and again, I'm basing this off of like headcanons, so anything is possible
bullshit.
At this point.
No,
Yeah. So bullshit hashtag average One Piece theory over here. But my thought process was Emu Nerona is a separate person than Mu the Devil.
Yes.
And when Mu the Devil took over Emu Nerona, they started referring to themselves as Mu as opposed to as "Hi, I'm Emu" or Mr. Nerona or however you want to.
I think that's a common conception. So I mean, yes, it is like a headcanon, but I think it's like a accepted theory as well.
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting at is based on that, and based on this one panel right here. Joy Boy never knew personally the King Emu Nerona. He only knows this deviled entity that we are all accustomed to at this point. So all I'm really getting at is this panel basically confirmed that Joy Boy met Emu where Emu kind of is already today. In a, it maybe not king of the world yet, but like this devil entity persona thing.
Yeah, just to riff on that a little bit more is what if Joy Boy actually did know Emu pre-Muification, and this was them reintroducing themselves
that's a
to
good
some extent as like Joy Boy confirming like you're not who I used to know. You know what I mean? I don't know. I obviously that's putting a hat on another hat. But like I think it's interesting.
That's a fun retort.
It's a bit of a fun conversation if we are to humor that belief that like Mu is like what is possessing them or to some degree or whatever. So I like that. I think that the theory has at least one leg. Like it's solid.
There's a conversation to be had there. So I really, I have this whole conversation to say like this first panel and the way like Lucas opened this segment up, like really, really big. And I always want to maybe even overanalyze any moment we get with Joy Boy. They're so few and far between. We see Shanks more than we see this, so getting moments like this, I really think we should, stop, spend some time on and really look at these very small details that I think are truly done for a reason. Whether we're on the right track or not, who knows? But without a doubt.
Soon
so
we'll see
interesting
Joy
stuff.
Boy more than we've seen Shanks in the entire series. Don't you worry.
Actually, there will come a time where Joy Boy's had more time.
The gap is closing quick.
No, it is. It is closing. Yeah. But yeah, dude. Moving on in this chapter, we got we got quite a crazy fight. How y'all feeling about I guess Loki catches yet another L. Loki gets
thought he died. He's like, force him out from my
Luffy
homie.
just straight up assuming
him.
Luffy's already in like, man, rip the boy, I'm avenging him mode, and dude's like, I'm still alive, you jackass.
I think
like,
that moment was gold, but I've seen people like hearkening back to their dumb fucking takes from when Vegapunk got ran through, where they're like, see, he's in Gear 5, all he can do is laugh even in death, and I'm like, brother,
Oh, yeah,
chill.
terrible.
Like it's
Oh,
like
no, that's
this is a
stupid thing.
comedy series, and Oda doesn't
Yeah.
kill people. Vegapunk's still alive.
Yeah, Vegapunk didn't die. Yeah,
So it's like,
and
I
Loki's
think
not
it's
going to
funny.
die.
I think
Like people acting
that's one of
like,
my
yeah.
favorite. This is one of my favorite bits of this entire chapter. Like
Yeah, no,
I was laughing.
genuinely
I
laughed at
actually
that.
laughed out loud. Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually funny. And I've said this a couple times in the last few chapters. The way Oda has worked in comedy in the middle of the literal devil sending laser beams through the strongest characters in the verse, like going back and forth in the panels. Like last week we had all the Straw Hats debating on if the block of ice was actually cold or not, and we didn't know because our only non-human Straw Hats were fucking touching it. Like I love that.
Frankie,
And like the panel
yeah,
before
that's
that
so cool.
was Luffy or Loki getting lasered or whatever it may be, or it's like all in the midst of just Emu just dog walking Elbaf right now.
Like, not to jump ahead too much, but just talk about comedy.
Yeah.
Gum Gum Genie. What the fuck was
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Like, that's so fucking hilarious.
A waste of fucking time.
There's
That-
no way
Daifuku
Luffy,
upscale.
That was so
Daifuku
good.
left such a lasting impression on fucking Luffy. I'm so
No, I think it was Caesar. It's Gangster Gastino that left an impression.
Exactly.
You know,
No,
like
dude,
it's
it's our boy Aladdin. What do you mean, dude?
no. Truthfully, no
Racist.
memes. I do think that it's like a Hyogoro like thing. Like it looks kind of just like Hyogoro, and Hyogoro had mentioned whenever Luffy went Snake Man in the performance hall or something like that. He's like, "Oh, you look like one of the Wisdom Kings" or some shit like that. And so I think that like Luffy's just conflating like concepts in his mind, but it doesn't necessarily need to be like one inspiration with Luffy.
Yeah,
He
true.
mashes shit up and twists it and does whatever he wants, you know?
Did y'all notice that the clasp on his turban was a little piece of meat, like
Yeah.
meat on a bone?
No, that's
Absolute
awesome.
peak. Yeah, just super. Well, I'm sure you missed it, Vex, but yeah, super
Oh.
small detail here.
That's crazy. I can't wait till the anime comes out and then we'll actually get to see it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
The braille for meat and hair clip, you know, same shit or whatever.
Yeah, it's easy to just
Lost
like
in
you know
translation.
rub over.
Lost
You
in
know.
translation for the blind.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, this this chapter, I feel like we kind of have to just rip the Band-Aid off. Obviously, we know where this chapter is going. But like with this genie thing, I think this is just a prime example of showing that Luffy plays too much.
Yeah.
Gum Gum Genie was the single most useless attack I
was
think he's
Pinkman.
ever thrown in all of One Piece.
I
As
thought it was
much as
hilarious.
it was hilarious, it was really fun. We got the best named attack from Luffy we've ever gotten with the caught you slipping, because it's so funny. Emu just like likes to start yapping and then almost gets caught. Like every time Emu just gets a little up in his feels or in his head, a fucking sneak punch comes out and two of
Caught
them
you
have,
slipping?
have actually hit him.
Bullet.
This one did absolutely nothing. He literally no diff palmed it. I loved the Gum Gum Genie thing. It was so funny and it was such a good classic One Piece moment. But I hate that the narrative use of Gum Gum Genie, in my opinion, is that Luffy plays too fucking much, because that
Yeah.
was just war. I mean, and it literally showed a lack of battle IQ in Luffy, because Emu followed that up with, "Did you not see how easy it was for me to fight the giant motherfucker that is Loki? The bigger
Yeah.
you are, the easier it is for me to put my little homing sprites on you and just get a guaranteed hit with Stigma." So this is just another moment of like, Luffy, you need to actually give a shit. Like,
need to
you
learn
really,
On
really
his
need.
stigma grind set.
On his stigma grind set.
Exactly.
Come on.
Stigma maxing over here.
Luffy, you're having
Stigma.
I mean, Luffy. Cody, you're having a heart attack or something. What's going on?
Yeah, what's wrong, Cody?
It's all
What did
good.
I say, bro? Did I hurt you?
No. Yeah. No.
Bro said
So
like
speak
L.
words.
Word. I'm trying to think. This is yeah. I think all of you are cooking, and Luffy lost, but it's like, oh well, it's One Piece. He's gonna get out of it. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. It means
It's not
like
even-
nothing.
yeah. So it's no matter how the chapter tries to portray it, or like, it's never gonna feel like, I don't know. I'm
There's
just
no
wondering what
stakes
the
in this
next
one.
level up, or if it's really just does Luffy level up, or does he lock in?
Yeah.
He
Is
does
that
Gear
where we're at
6.
right now?
Because he
Armageddon.
Yeah.
Personally,
Doom.
I'm on the
Doom
level
here?
up side. I'm on. I got a couple of harebrained hashtag average One Piece theories for y'all that I
Gear
could drop on you for that.
5.2.
Not like that. I'm not down for any. I personally think Gear 5 is the end of it. I think now mastery is just where we're at.
Yeah.
Like it's all mastery. He needs to get better at hockey control, better at Gear 5 control, better under. I mean, I think the core of this chapter is pushing that Luffy. As much as every time someone's been like, "Oh, you're the sun god Nika, you're the sun, you're Joy Boy," and Luffy's like, "Stop fucking calling me that. I'm not these people. I'm Luffy." Which, like, I love that about his character, but I think it's also pushing to the fact that, to at least some degree, he has to accept who he is. He has to acknowledge that he is not only Luffy, but he also has the
Nika.
powers of the sun god Nika. You know, it's not that he has to accept that he is Nika or Joy Boy, because he's not. He is his own person, always will be. But he has to accept kind of the position that he's playing and the abilities that he has at his disposal that he's not tapping into because he's not giving a fuck about what the hell his powers are. He's just having fun. And
on the flip side of that, if I could, is that like the way that we were kind of described a devil fruit awakening is when your hockey and your body and your devil fruit are like all aligned, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So one way of accomplishing that is obviously Luffy accepting what his devil fruit is.
Yeah.
Or another way is if his devil fruit accepts him. If he does stay truly steadfast and never wavers,
and
I think that there's an argument.
His devil fruit. I like
Yeah,
that.
there's an argument that like the Nika fruit is like, okay, yeah, you're right. You are him. And that is enough. You don't need to accept me. You're not Nika. And you don't need to accept these as like the Nika powers. You could like, we will bend the knee to you as opposed to you needing to bend the knee
That's
to
a good
us.
twist on that.
You know what I mean? So
I like that
I
a
don't know.
lot.
I can see it going either way. I'm fine either way. I don't have like stocks in either one of those, but I think that there's like more than one way to think about that kind of aligning. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
for sure. There's this theory going around that, you know, in this, you know, moment that, like, obviously last time Luffy died, he awakened the fruit in the first place. That's when the sun god first awakened. What if, you know, fruits carry will, all of that stuff? This is the more harebrained vibe. What if during this time that Luffy's passed out or in this near death state that he's in, like he actually has some kind of conversation with Joy Boy or Nika, and we get some Void
like
Century
all for one.
flashback. Yeah. I mean, like,
Avatar
honestly,
state.
yeah, Avatar state kind of shit where like it might not be super clear and it might not be like the 4K HD version of the Void Century flashback, but like Luffy kind of gains his understanding at least of what the hell is going on, or maybe in that same position with what you said. Through this moment, the fruit itself bends the knee, but it tries to just inform, you know, Luffy of like, hey, this is what the hell's going on. He has, you know, his moment at the gates of death to choose to come back, you know, and be the man he's always been meant to be, but still in his own kind of way. As much as that's kind of harebrained, like I do think that there could be something to that one.
I think that the thing is that Luffy's too dumb to give a shit about that.
That's
and
fair.
like when we find out about the Void Century, I don't think it's going to be through the lens of Luffy. I think it's going to be through the lens of someone else who actually cares, like Robin or the likeness, you know, that likeness. Like we might find out like through Dragon or through like Shanks or like or Emu themselves. Luffy doesn't give a shit. So it's like if we are going to have like that come into Jesus moment with Luffy, I just feel like it's going to fall on deaf ears. And like for all intents and purposes, that may have happened already when he went Gear 5 and it just went in here and went out the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the only reason I'm focused on that is it's been so heavy-handed this arc of, you know,
but he could like have literally been told all of this already for all we know, and he just like didn't fucking care, you know.
Right.
I don't know. Luffy's an interesting character, so it's like you never really truly know, and I think that's Oda himself can't control him, you know, according to what hashtag Oda said, you know. So I think that's where we need to keep our heads at, and it's truly it's anything's still on the table no matter what. I think one of the coolest points though is that we kind of danced around it, but yeah, Luffy got stabbed. Luffy got ran through in this last panel. This was a crazy last panel.
Did not land one significant hit on Emu. Not one.
Cody brought up one of the coolest talking points I've heard about this chapter whenever we were talking about it last week or whatever. You had mentioned something about his scar potentially evolving, Cody, and if you wanted to talk more about that, that is a sick fucking thought.
I mean, yeah. I thought maybe if the more I think about it, the more it doesn't make sense. But it could like turn into like a dragon's hoof print. Is what I said. But I mean, uh, yeah.
It turned into the
I don't know.
sun.
Oda's
You
Oda's
killed
got
it,
to
bro.
start cooking. I'm just. It's like how you guys. You guys are so like steam heavy on this, and I'm like, yeah. It's just I'm kind of losing steam for One Piece.
I hate to hear it, bro. I hate to hear it. I fully get that like there's literally no stakes in the fact that Luffy died specifically. But I think narrative stakes still exist in this story. As much as I bitch about the lack of damage doesn't matter at all. Exhaustion
Drink some
virtually
milk.
doesn't matter. What
Eat
was
some
that?
food.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
just
Just eat
talking
some food.
like
Yeah.
the plot devices that eliminate stakes entirely. I think that the number one thing here is I don't think this is going to change Luffy in any meaningful way. I don't think he's going to be
Exactly.
traumatized from this.
See,
I don't
I
think he's
disagree
going
with
to.
that.
I think that what is going to happen is the things around him that he is now not able to prevent. Elbaf can have permanent scars because of this. I don't think it really matters that like Luffy got cut. I think that what matters here is that he's being taken off of the battlefield.
Yeah.
It's just a different narrative, like utilization or lack thereof. It's like it's not. I don't think that he's gonna like have fucking night terrors because Emu stabbed him. I think that he's going to have to live with the grief and guilt of not being able to stop them. That's it. You know what I mean?
Like in Alabasta.
Well, yeah, like in Alabasta, like in Sabaody, like in Marineford, all the critical moments that made Luffy change so he could grow and get better to overcome this whole thing. Like in my opinion, this is straight up Sabaody 2.0. Like this is a chance for Luffy to feel the loss he felt after the last bubble popped. In the moments that he did not know his crew was dead, he assumed or did not know his crew was alive and assumed they were all dead, and it was all his fault because he led them all to their deaths, and he felt the weight of his failure just crashing down on him, and he had
I
that
think it'll be a
full-blown crash
reverse.
out.
Could
His
you
And
put
then-
that into
feeling the weight
percentage
of
though?
his
Like,
death.
do you actually think there's even a percentage chance of that actually happening, Jacoby? Like,
Well,
do you really feel that stake is
happened.
there?
It's
Like,
yeah,
The thing
no,
is,
no.
though, that has
I think
happened
Elbaf is
in the
effectively a
opening
loss.
of.
I
No, but
think
in the
I'm
opening of-
assuming it is.
In the opening of Wano, when Luffy shows up and tries to fucking box Kaido, and then the entire mountain where his crew are on gets completely blown up. He has no idea if they're alive or not. He just has to trust. We've already had a similar moment to Sabaody where he's completely isolated. He has no idea what the fate of his crew
No,
is.
but it's
I'm not saying that this is dissimilar. I'm just saying it has happened before again since Sabaody. So it's like
Yeah,
I don't think this is a point for or against it. I'm just saying it
I
has
just don't
happened.
think I don't think to that same degree. I think that's the difference. To that same degree, this level of loss on a complete and total manner
library
has
saved.
not.
Zoro and Sanji are there, so the kids are gonna be saved. Like, something's gonna happen. Like, Gunko's gonna save Luffy from Emu, and Emu's gonna get forced back to the Holy Land. And effectively, it's just gonna be oh no, we really should have locked in for this. Like, six chapters.
I think you are highly like what you just said is highly likely. Like there's no doubt about it. And this could be copium. Don't get me wrong. I've been bitching about the stakes of this particular arc more than anybody, I feel like. With literally not one thing. Emu, having done so far, has made a single bit of difference. And same with the Holy Knights and same with everybody else. I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah, Stanson. But I bet you Chopper fucking regrows his leg too, dude. I would not be surprised if that motherfucker ends up with two full legs.
It was
too.
only the good thing the
So,
cut was
yeah.
so clean, and we were so fast to heal you.
Actually, this guy was on Sabaody when Law was, and Law had actually disconnected that leg partially. So it's like it's actually a Kinemon 2.0.
Yeah, exactly. Law just has to undo his ability.
It's so funny.
Facts. Yeah. But no, Cody, I'm with you. I think these are valid stresses or frustrations, I guess. But I just think this has opened up such an opportunity. Like, there's no way they can win against. They should. This is what I should say. There's no way narratively they should win against Emu right here, even with hacks or timeline running out, or Zoro and Sanji winning their fights and it forcing Emu back before Emu can do the true damage they were about to do, or whatever it may be. I mean, which again, I also think it's highly possible that Sanji loses and Zoro wins his fight right here, because there's not much more time
Sanji's
left.
in his
Emu's now
head
free
right
to
now.
go do what he wants. What was that?
Sanji's in his head right
Yeah,
now.
he's in his head right now, and even if he does unlock Conqueror's Haki, Zoro unlocked Conqueror's Haki 3 arcs ago and still can't control it. We think Sanji's going to be able to control it enough to directly kill a Holy Knight in the middle of battle after being tired, which again, injuries don't matter and tiredness doesn't matter. But like, I think this was just a tease for Sanji, just to tell the fandom that he can, but it doesn't mean that he will.
The only way I can see us like legitimately actually getting out of this scot-free right now is like Cody had said, like with Gunko, just somehow having this
Gunko's
coming to
Chekhov's
Nika
gun for
moment
sure.
where they somehow are able to dispel Emu's presence, but like there's still these two other people who are a massive threat. I think the biggest looming Chekhov's gun right now is the fact that we have this fucking smartest person on the damn planet right here, and an ancient 3,000-year-old lab that has just not been utilized at all. And this could just be a breeding ground for more of those like hockey not equivalent plot devices that can just get rid of whatever's in front of us,
I think the only thing Oda could do to completely subvert my expectations for the end of this arc is to pull the Chekhov's gun of Lelouchia, and just nuke Elbaf.
Damn.
Just say, damn, I lost? Nah, I didn't lose. Fucking nuke him. Just do it.
We lost.
I mean, that would genuinely, that would fix every frustration I've had with it and actually be a real fucking loss. Like, that would be damn, we lost the library we thought we had. Damn, we lost the world. Like, that shit, that would hit.
Did he actually lose their home?
That's my copium. That's the level of copium I'm hoping for. Like,
imagine
if we
the
lose,
only way
we
that
need
they
to
can
lose.
escape the blast radius is by getting sent 7 years in the future, like what happened on Tenro Island.
There it is.
Oh my god. I
We have a time
might end it
skip.
all.
I'm sorry.
Lucas, how you feeling about this right now, brother?
I think it could go either way. I think you're almost there on the money. I think that this will be a reverse of Sabaody if we get something like that, where the crew won't know if Luffy's going to be okay. You know what I mean? Like, legitimately not know if he's going to be okay.
I see you on that, yeah.
And it'll be the crew coming together to figure out how to get Emu off of Elbaf, you know what I mean? And we'll have that kind of big crew. It kind of feels like it's building up to something big with the whole crew right now, outside of Zoro and Sanji, obviously. So I'd like to see some payoff with that, especially with Luffy being stabbed right now. Like, I like what you were saying too, Cody, about the scar. I
like that theory a lot, actually.
Yeah, like maybe his scar ends up looking like the sun, and it matches Jinbei's sun pirate's tattoo in a way.
Or it's like a dragon's paw print kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like the celestial branding that Boa had, like that she covers up.
The slave tat.
The hoof of the celestial dragon, yeah.
I think that the whole Gunko being possessed and like having this like freeing moment and whatnot, I think it would be interesting to me if that were a microcosm, and if we tie this back to the conversation about Emu versus Mu.
Yeah.
And if like that truly Emu is not in control of their own faculties right now, and they are just a vessel, and if there's something greater and underneath, and like that, potentially that vessel is what is lost here, but the greater being behind all of it just has a whole bunch of celestial dragons they've been farming generations worth of up at the top of Marie Joie that they could just use as another vessel or something of that likeness. I think that would Emu's fine.
The villain.
They're cool.
Yeah. Emu just made a little mistake back in the day, you know?
Yeah. They just I don't know, they ate an apple and the worm in that apple possessed them or some shit.
I know, dude. It's not their fault. Yeah. They got brain worms.
Yeah, it's not their fault. And you know what? Luffy, maybe he needed to. Luffy needed to get humbled. You know, he's been living on cloud 9. So I'm fine with this. I just don't think that it's like as dire as so many people online do. I don't think this is.
Honestly, I do
happen.
think it's dire. It is because Loki's basically dead now. Oda's finally going to pull the trigger. Loki's going to die. Our
Loki's
goat
a fucking
Usopp
bum.
is going to pick up that
Nah.
fucking hammer. He's going to finish melting Shuri. He's going to fucking go mollywop Emu back to the Holy Land. In the same fashion he called him here, he's going to call him back out, make his bitch ass go home. And yeah, dude, our brave warrior of the
reading
sea,
Two Piece.
he's going to go pick up Luffy, fucking heal him with the power of lies.
Oh, you're
just by
reading
saying he's
Jujutsu
okay.
no Kaisen,
And
not
dude, it's
Jujutsu
simple
Kaisen.
as that, dude. Like, jokes aside, do y'all think there's any chance that Usopp picks up Ragnar at least once?
Yes.
No.
I think he lies about it.
I,
I think that's a good take.
That's
that's-
honestly
that's
the
a
way
really
I
good
see
take.
it. Is like
He tells the world he did that.
Yeah, like people are gonna be like, "Wait, how'd this ice shatter?" He's like, "Oh, I did it."
Yeah, I picked
You
it
know?
up.
My mighty hammer.
Yeah. But like, truly, it was like a fucking accident, and like the hammer just fell like that.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to play a little like along with this just because, and this is something that you've said, Vex. Oda goes for comedy over plot 99.999% of the time. And I think there's a massive comedic moment that could like come up with between like Usopp, Ragnar, and that whole situation, and Loki specifically. Because Loki could even be like, "What the hell are you doing, you bastard?" Like just like Luffy was like, just assuming Loki was dead. Maybe for some reason Ragnar, there is a plot enough reason for Usopp to pick him up, or just maybe Usopp just happens to come over to pet him and say he's super cute, and like Ragnar actually takes to him, and like Loki's like, "What the fuck, bro? I'm still right here. Like, don't act like I'm dead, and you can move on." Like, I could honestly see like that moment getting written into.
Yeah. Very fair. I'm all for
Yeah,
an Usopp power up in Elbaf.
I would love to see it
I
happen,
think-
man. I think Usopp's already done a great job, but don't get me wrong, I would like to see more.
Yep.
I
mean, he
think
did
people
throw
are still
smoke at
wanting it
Emu.
at this point. Yeah, I think people who are still wanting it or expecting it at this point. It's okay to want it. I think people who
Yeah.
are still expecting it at this point are kind of
Yeah,
coping.
I'm not
I'm not
expecting
expecting
anything
it
more.
at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want it. I want it bad.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine to want more from your a character who you adore. I know you have Usopp pretty high on your list, so it's like I
Yes.
get that. But like,
Yeah.
I think people who expect it and get to the point where they're upset when they don't get it,
Yeah, they're reading One
come
Piece
on,
wrong.
like what are you
It's a lack of reading.
fucking doing, man?
My last thing I want to bring up with the chapter to talk to you boys about is Emu's weapons. We saw this most recent blade of Vohu or Void being pulled directly out of his demonic halo, and obviously we've
Yeah, it's gotta be
seen
connected to
Stigma
those
now.
eyes.
So I'm definitely feeling like these attacks and weapons connect with the eyes. Are y'all thinking that like I've presented the theory, and it's not saying it's my theory, but I've talked about it on my channel about it being 19 eyes
Yes.
matching the 19 swords on the throne. How y'all
I'm
feeling about
glad
that?
you brought that up. Me and Cube, the minute that we saw Emu's full ring, counted the eyes and made that same correlation. And my common thing that I say this all the time is when multiple people come to the same conclusion, it usually happens in One Piece.
Yeah.
Usually.
I think that's a
Sometimes-
really, really good
sometimes
theory
wrong.
right now.
I think so as well.
Yeah.
It's where I'm leaning. Like maybe he has the souls of the 20 kings or something like that. Or the 19 because Lily didn't swear filthy. Maybe it was a trap and Emu fucking absorbed them all. Who knows? But I
Yeah.
definitely am buying into the 19 eyes, 19 kings. Entirely.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. Something I want to say out loud because a lot of people are not getting this, even in the video where I said this explicitly. There is no value in trying to count the eyes on this ring. It is different
No.
in virtually every panel.
Every
You
panel.
can find a panel that it has 19. You can find panels where it has 16.
13 on the
There's
first
panels
one,
where it has
16 on the third
Yeah.
one. Like it's,
Yeah.
it's me and Cube
Like-
counted like each time. There's at least
Yeah, no, I've
19.
done that too. I've been doing it ever since like we started seeing it.
Yeah.
I obviously thought that the moment we saw the eyes, but I'm just gonna say this out loud. If anyone is basing a theory based off the number of eyes
Yeah.
in which they have actively counted on Emu, you are not using a worthwhile base for your theory
Yes.
because it changes in literally every panel. It's a perspective issue. This is a logistical issue. It's not a lore issue. It's not anything. Oda just can't like effectively draw 19 eyes from every angle in every distance. It's just not a thing.
His shoulders cover up a
but-
lot of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like there's always at least like 3 to 4 eyes potentially being covered. All these angles are like from so far away or really close up actually. But yeah, I think it's really interesting. I also think it's super interesting that this is the first like so the other weapons we've seen him pull out with like Stigma and Nemesis. Nemesis is the first one he hit Loki with, which when he did like that downward stab that everyone said looked like Mihawk's blade, of course, just because it has a wide hilt or whatever. And then Nemesis was, or I'm sorry, and then Stigma was the second one, which uses the homing mechanisms to send out like a really, really long fire blast, which seems to be a lot thicker as well, girthier. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo.
For those giants, it's what Scopper Caban had to use. But now we see Emu pulling out a legitimate blade, like an actual sword.
Yeah.
And I don't know where I'm going with this, but I do find it interesting that like this one actually feels like a weapon where everything else felt like magical powers in the shape of a weapon, and I find that kind of interesting as well. And I wonder if this specifically might actually be, potential Black Blade kind of vibes, or at least special grade vibes. I guess it's obviously not Black Blade because we saw some like white like bits on
Did
it.
someone
but,
say special grade?
Special grade. But yeah, interesting stuff about that. I'm happy to see it. Not gonna lie, I'm happy to see that this is how the chapter ended. I'm happy that Luffy is getting a come to Jesus moment and a you're not him moment. I think no matter how you cut it, even though this won't have the stakes that a lot of us want it to have, me included, I think this is the humbling that he needs, and I do think you're delusional if you don't think this is going to affect Luffy in some way. Obviously, somehow, some way, this is going to like. If Luffy gets killed or beat by an enemy, that guarantees a power up every single time. It's never not happened. So no matter how you cut it, this is Luffy upscale. And I also love to see that, as much as I've thought Emu has kind of been bitch made, just for not killing people when he first pulled up, just cutting Gerd's fingers off, cutting Stanson's leg off, but like not actually. I mean, literally, like the fact that we can say Hajradin tanked a direct attack from Emu is ridiculous, in my opinion. Like, there's no world where Hajradin should be able to survive an attack from the greatest threat on the planet in the One Piece like history story. That's shitty as fuck, stupid as hell. But
We love Hajradin.
now
That's the thing, though, is
now that we're at this point,
Oda's not going to try to make somebody like he doesn't care about how hard an attack actually hits. It's like
I know.
Emu is not going 100% or 50% or 33% or it's plot percentage. It's always going to be that in One Piece.
And I don't not understand that. I will just simply say it's disappointing. I think that's bad writing. Like, I will say that.
I am not disagreeing
my favorite
with
story
that.
ever.
Yeah,
I know.
I think there's conversations where people
like,
are online saying that it's dumb and it makes no sense. I'm like, it's happened so many fucking times in One Piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. But I am highlighting the fact that this is a detriment to the writing of One Piece. It makes a lack of stakes there. But we at least have seen that you can't call Emu weak with all of this that I'm saying, even though that to finish out that point, like you said, Emu is not fighting at full power. Emu doesn't think of these people as legitimate threats in the first place. He doesn't consider anyone but Needhog on this island an actual threat. And then obviously he was able to dog walk Loki too. Loki only landed one significant blow on Emu, just like Luffy did. And I would say Loki's blow on Emu was 20 times better than Luffy's little baby punch. So that being said, Emu actually has shown a legit amount of just ridiculous strength, durability, and I mean, he just so clearly outclasses quite literally everything we've ever seen in this series. He outclasses Shanks, Akainu, theoretically Mihawk, obviously every Holy Knight in Gorosei, what was that? His son, his son, yeah. But so all I'm trying to get at here is, even with the lack of stakes, even with the relative poor writing in a lot of these situations, no matter what, you cannot take away from this fight that Emu isn't strong. Emu is obviously the strongest character we've seen, and by a mile, like by a fucking mile. And
from a portrayal
with the context
standpoint,
of him not being it,
yeah, they're top one. Like, the only thing that we could even think has been portrayed to be similar is Joy Boy, just from the Hockey Knot.
And he lost.
But like, It's really funny too because like that's the thing about One Piece is if you try to assume linear scaling across like if we were to just talk about durability feats, it's like, oh, Emu's tanking this and that and yada yada, so they have to be the strongest in the verse. And I'm like, brother, apply that to Charlos. Charlos tanked shit too, and it's just funny when it happens to him. It's not power scaling, but it's like, so it's funny when people try to like look on an equivalent scale to the comedic moments as they do to the action moments.
Those would also be the same people who would say, well, the narrator said in a 1v1 bet on Kaido, so Kaido can beat Emu. It's like, my brother in Christ, that's not how this shit works. That was a fodder nobody who's never met anybody saying that he heard once that Kaido's the man. Like that's as much stakes as we can put in that comment.
So I think it's funny because there's like these moments where comedy triumphs, and then there's these moments where the narrative triumphs, and rarely is strength similarly depicted either through actual attack power or durability or speed feats or whatever the fuck power scaling term people want to use across the comedic moments and the actual like moments of depth, which clearly this was designed to be. But there's still comedic moments in this chapter, and that's the thing is like Oda can be in his bag pulling out two things at once. He can be showing us comedy and action simultaneously.
He does a great job at that. He does a really good job. For
people to try to apply those moments on the same grading scale, it's like you're doing too much. Like just enjoy, just have fucking fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I am kind of aligned with where Cody's at right now. I've lost a lot of steam. This chapter did have some really enjoyable moments for me. And you know what? I'm just curious to see where it goes from here. There's a billion different ways I can see it all playing out. But all in all, Elbaf is not one of my favorite arcs so far. But it still remains to be determined where it will end up in hindsight because we're not there yet.
Yep. Yeah. I'm loving it. I love seeing a good, massive loss for our main character. It's one of the most gory, violent panels we've gotten from Oda in a very long time.
Right there.
It looks sick.
It looked sick as fuck. I love to see Luffy getting humbled. I love to see the Emu upscale. I think this was a sick-ass chapter. I am so stoked. This is my favorite arc of all time
let's
by
do
far.
out of 10s, then move on to Hunter x Hunter before homework and game.
I'm about it. For me, this chapter was 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Vex?
I think a 7.8. It's like there's a lot to like. I think that I still feel like it's crazy calling this a setup chapter, but it kind of felt like it the more I've ruminated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of setup to be done. That's true.
This is an 8 out of 10 for me. What about you, Cody?
Yeah.
I think I'd have to give it probably like a. I don't want to meme, so it's a 7.
7.
But the number before it is also pretty
6,
valid,
7.
I think. Oh my god.
He's giving it a 6.7. You heard it here, folks.
Heard it here first.
Yeah, I just it's like Genie was such like a while it is goofy and everything, it's like a where and why and how I would have if it was anything like if Luffy had been like gum gum elephant and then he like smacks him with like a trunk or something, that would have been like 10 times funnier than Genie to me. So I felt the payoff for seeing him get like one shot it or effectively like taken out in one chapter is pretty cool. But I mean, like I said, I don't know where the stakes are gonna go from here or how we're gonna resolve this. So I'm just kind of waiting to see how it all pans out.
Yeah.
Maybe my feelings will change in the future, but probably not.
Fair.
Unlike the GOAT, motherfucker Togashi coming back and bringing absolute fucking heat. Holy shit.
I know, dude. I can't believe what he showed in this last chapter. It was nuts, dude. It really was crazy. What a time.
I'm sorry
to be a
Hunter
Hunter fanboy.
Don't say.
I'm caught up. What do you mean?
Bros pro LARPing. Oh,
LARPing,
man.
Dude. Ridiculous.
I think that the conversation surrounding so we got 413 and 414 to go over since the last episode of the pod.
Hold on, is
And
he memeing? Are we actually gonna spoil Jacoby? Like he hasn't finished Hunter x Hunter, right? Like
He's
I feel like
He
13 was better
said-
than 14. Personally, for
he
me, like
said
13 was better
so
than 14.
many
But
times
14
he
was pretty
does not
good.
care, Cody.
But it's like this is a huge thing. Like we're all in
He
agreement.
has
Like
already been spoiled on what happened in 14, and none of us did that to him.
No, I told you. I read it,
Yeah.
dude. I'm caught up.
Shut the fuck up, Jacob.
This is what I mean. I'm trying to have a
Finally seeing
serious
our boys on
discussion.
panel together is crazy. In the same panel, in the same box, specifically
They-
side by side, dapping each other up, just
that's
like Deku and
not
Uraka.
what-
I loved seeing that, dude.
And Deku
Yeah, just like that. Like I like that part a lot, actually, in this chapter. I think Togashi really brought the
When they said it's Hunter in time.
It's Hunter in time. Go, probably.
Yeah.
When he started going maxing, yeah, that was crazy.
Peak, dude. Wish we got a little more Leorio in these last couple chapters, though. Where's my goat?
You and everybody else.
Yeah, you and
I
me.
know.
baby.
That's what I'm saying. I told you, I'm tapped in with the community. That's how we feel, dude.
Jokes
Eerie
aside,
Hunter,
I
Hunter.
think 14.
Like, if we could be so real though, and actually have a legitimate conversation about this peak piece of media.
13
then.
speeding up to 30 minutes before martial law. Holy shit, did not see that coming. Like,
Mashallah.
We're in
martial
we're in
law.
some crazy fucking shit right now, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's where this is gearing up to be like another fucking palace invasion. Like this is
That's what it
truly
feels
about
like.
to be so many different things on fire happening all across like so many different like pieces.
Is
I
on
just,
fire right now. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead, pop off. Let's go back to One Piece.
Oh no! I was talking about the Hunter x Hunter world and how the battle tower is on fire and the video game struggling right now. The
No,
code
Max,
got lost.
I
Degrading.
agree. King Prince Benjamin interrogating a soldier and the soldier being like, "This is my curse mark. I'll die for you." Like, holy shit! I thought he had him for a second, but
They're
There's too
gonna
much
make
going
a god. And
they're gonna
how
make a god.
kind of
That
He's
crazy
gonna
conversation
is
roll
was
that?
so
over
sick.
Cockeen. He's gonna roll over Cockeen
No.
as a fucking ancient
The
being,
world.
basically. The
Not
world, yeah.
Cockeen, the world.
world.
Literally the world. We are on
It
a
makes me-
deity forming like cosmic scale now, officially.
It's like when Deborah had like finally figured out how to like, oh, this is how you use light speed. Oh, this is how you open up a domain. And like someone who's finally understood how to fully crack the system of Nen to its fullest ability, and he realizes, yeah, if I play my cards right, fuck y'all,
I'll
I
become
will
the
be
tree.
God. Like
Yeah.
There's no way
Benjamin,
it's happening though.
No, Benjamin's going down.
I used to think like Sir Eisnick was the top dog, like he was the foreshadowed big bad of this, but like you know with Beyond, Loserus, Hawkenberg,
Himkenberg,
Morena,
there-
dog.
Morena.
Morena
Camille's
and
making
Cole
moves.
Morena?
are the two
Oh,
most
yeah.
terrifying of them all. Oh my god, dude! Like I just,
but there's
this is
still Hisoka.
this is-
There's still like
You're
reborn
not wrong.
Hisoka.
yeah, you're not wrong. This
And
is
the
like the
Phantom
most terrifying place to be on the planet. Like this is bad. There's so
Killua
much here, dude.
It's like, damn, this baby's not even here. Don't worry,
Kurapika.
I know two of the strongest motherfuckers in this. I know two of the strongest hunters ever known. My 12-year-old friends. What up, homie?
Yeah, like, I'll get the letter,
Oh
he
my
says.
god, my boys are back! Oh my god, that shit literally, I was sobbing. It was, oh my god. I literally, when the leaks came out, I was like, okay, y'all are some Jujutsu
Ew.
Kaisen trolling ass motherfuckers. I hate you. Yo, I literally, it came out like in batches and everyone's like, I think they're real. No, there's no way. No, I think they're real. No, there's no way. It's gotta be AI. I like the fucking wave of like nostalgia. Oh, how did y'all feel? I'm living for it right
I
now.
jumped off my
Like,
couch.
Dude, I'm pretty gassed,
because-
honestly. I've hated
Shut
really being
up!
focused on Oreo and Karapika this whole time. I've missed my voice since the fucking Chimera Antarc for real. So
I love you,
I'm
Cody.
stoked about it.
How many ticks on this bingo card do you have?
Most of them.
We'll find out soon. But no, that really did throw me off a little bit. But no, I got spoiled. I didn't see the panels myself. I just heard that they were coming back. And I jumped off my couch still, like seeing them. I was like laying on the couch reading the manga, and I just fucking boom turned and Stubber Hook was like, yo, like, and then I said immediately, who's
I got
this chick with
warned.
goat?
I got warned by wow, fake fan. I got warned by like
haven't read the
9
4
people to really avoid spoilers, and I already do that because fuck spoilers, fuck leaks, and they ruin
Yeah.
the story. And thankfully, I did not get any spoilers for this. So it was really touching. It was just seeing the title. I didn't know what to think when I saw the word friends. And then getting to the moment at the end with Karapika talking about like the people he trusts the most, and like that was insane. I didn't even need to see panels of their faces just for that moment to fucking hit. Obviously it helped, but this was really, really interesting. I don't think we're getting a cutaway anytime soon to what they're doing. I don't think that they are back in the like literal sense of things, but the fact that they are mentioned, and like Cody put this really well in my server as well, as the fact that Togashi has found a way to naturally make them relevant is huge. It's absolutely fucking phenomenal, because it's the most Togashi thing you could expect from him at this point. You know what I mean?
I was on pins and needles watching everyone like go across servers and be like, avoid spoilers, and I'm like, oh my god, I just want to talk to Vex now though. I just want to know now.
You should avoid spoilers then. Then you can talk to me in real time.
Yeah, but then you can't talk about what I want to talk about still. It doesn't fix it at all. I
mean, I read the chapter the second the officials drop. So if you do the same thing, then we can talk about it at the exact same time we both find out. But no, I think I agree with what Shady said. The build up that Karapika gave us was everything for me. The panels of the boys themselves was sweet. It was cool. It was great to see. But that wasn't like really what truly did it for me. And I think that like the packaging of 414 was insane as well, because the information we got in the first half was astounding, and nobody's talking about it. They're all just talking about Gon and Killua, but finding out like about Nen like abilities combining. And like it's like I think that this is it's more classic things hidden in plain sight. 50 chapters down the line, we're gonna look and be like, this is when it was revealed right here.
Yeah, right here.
20 years later.
You know
like when they revealed
like,
who gave Prince Benjamin who gave the TSK virus, and it's the exact same panel that was like when they showed the perpetrator, it was the exact same one from like way back when. Like if you do a side by side with which I think is like peak Togashi for being able to like keep track of where all that shit is, or if he was able to just pull it and redraw it like that. But like, holy fuck, I literally I was like, ain't no way. But the Vex, like I know I keep going back to it, but like we literally have cooked on like how Gon and Kilo would return back to the story.
We spent hours on this.
Extensive hours is like it's like why I was like so like
one of the
like were y'all right?
No, not at all.
Oh,
no, not even close. But no, the thing is like this was something that got revealed like 2 chapters ago that now is like an avenue of accessing the world outside of the boat right now. And it's like, no, there's no way anyone could have called this. If anyone predicted this, they are Togashi. Like, it's just that's
They're
it.
In the room with
that's
him.
it. They're
the
literally
them.
Moon. Yeah. But it's I think that it's like the craziest like thing that I saw with like a creator collab that I was watching is somebody was like, man, all of the like Aluka Nanika like does this to affect the plot shit that we were getting a decade ago, it's all back now. You know what I mean? All these theories are back now. You know, and it's like it because that literally anything is on the table, and it
So,
always has been.
Illumi versus Killua is back on the table.
Oh
And it literally is. You can't tell me it's not. Because Illumi's literally aboard the Black Whale right now, and if in some way, shape, or form, Killua has to help Kurapika, who is aboard the Black Whale 1, and they have to come into contact with the spiders, who Illumi has joined forces with. This story's so good. I love you, Togashi. Don't ever fucking leave me.
And don't forget who is with Killua right now. Someone who can grant wishes.
Yeah, that's like what I was just getting at is like all of the theories that we were all having forever ago before this arc even started. They're all so fucking back, dude. Like I cannot imagine like the amount that I've seen just in the past like week has been insane. But I remember when I first got in, trudging through all of the theories of who is silent majority, what can Aluka do to like affect the plot still from this far away, and like are they from the Dark Continent? Are we gonna see more of them? Are they like? And it's like all of this shit is just still. It's more relevant now than fucking ever. It's insane.
Lucas, I literally just had an oh shit like theory. But what if, right? Kurapika in like telling Killua the plans and everything, they get a hold of Wobble and they get a hold of everything, and they get everything under control, and they're like, oh yeah, we're just on our way to the Dark Continent, and Killua is like, oh yeah, I got a great way to go there. Just, hey Nanika, take us to the Dark Continent.
I would lose my fucking mind. I'd shit my pants again.
Like, because they don't know that they're not going to the Dark Continent though. They're taking them to that island, and then they're going. But like,
what you need to understand is that Greed Island exists.
That's true.
Yeah, you could just teleport too. Like you could get a card.
Crollo and some of the spiders have been registered in the books in Greed Island. If they make it to the Dark Continent, we could literally just teleport there.
Insane.
That's always been on the table even before Aluka was like considered. But like anything is possible, and this is truly.
What a time to be alive.
This is a modern masterpiece. This is Togashi is my absolute favorite mangaka of all time. Hunter x Hunter is top 3 anime, top 2 manga in my opinion.
You know, my dark horse Loserus. What do we think?
That's
what do
Hulkenberg? You think he's possessed?
I it would be fucking crazy.
He's not that smart.
For him to.
He's not that smart, dude.
But if it's such a stroke of luck for him to use it in such a way to be able to take down the Haley and Charar family, like what a better fucking opportunity to take down all of the fucking dark sides of Kakin and set it up to be a democratic nation. Like, you know what I mean? Like it would be.
We leave off on 414 5 minutes before, I think, still where martial law is cracking down. That's where we
Benjamin
started. But
says that 4 princes are missing, and we know Loserus.
So he specifically mentions Loserus, Shanglei, and then I think Camilla. I think those are the ones that we know are for sure not accounted for on tier 1, like when martial law actually hits. So we know Loserus specifically is going to slip, and like we see that there's this like it's just even his guards seem confused, and like that's like what's really interesting to me. So I don't know, I think that the Hulkenberg possession theories are just insane, and the fact that they could just literally be anyone on that boat is fucking insane. Like oh god,
I think though that what's gonna happen is Hulkenberg is gonna die to Melody's group, because Melody is going to assassinate Loserus, not knowing that he's been taken over by Hulkenberg. Like because they're still a part of that assassination group with the other prince. They're not the prince, but the nem beast that's pretending to be a prince. Yeah. Like,
well, Kacho is specifically like so Melody is that's like this is interesting, and like it's so crazy that there are like 3 people on this boat that could be anyone.
Yeah.
Like we have Hulkenberg, we have Illumi, and we have Hisoka, and they could any one of them could be anyone else, and we would never know. And it's like it's just insane.
How would you know?
To try to pin something down, you know what I mean? But that's something we need to also consider, is that if this isn't Hulkenberg, it still could be someone else.
This is
The
true.
flex of-
Especially when
oh,
people are still like learning Nen like more and more every day through these classes.
do you think we could get another Kurapika Hisoka team up? That would be peak. Oh,
I have so many thoughts on like what exactly is going to be happening. I think that specifically there's too many names on this boat right now, and we know that Nasubi has a plan to just sack like 1 million people.
Yeah.
These are all just tribute. Everyone on this boat is fodder. You will all die. Literally, when you look at what tier 1 is, it's a boat on top of the whale in its own little pool. So if the entire whale beneath it sinks, all of tier 1 is fine to just sail away.
Yep.
like
Which
that-
is kind of like a reference to like the dragon on top of a dragon when we see Jing. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
What up? What did man? Who was the king before Nasubi? And how the
We
fuck
don't
did
know.
Nasubi win the
He
fucking
won, yeah.
succession contest?
He-
And that's what I'm wondering. Like, has this not crossed anyone else's mind? Where I'm like,
yeah.
man,
My
Benjamin's
thing is
having to consider to become a
there's-
god, and
well, there's
Nasubi's like, oh,
There's theories that he has eaten the nitro rice or something like that to extend his life, and he's hundreds of years old. And the only reason he is actually hosting this succession war now
To get
is
more life.
specifically because he plans to ascend in the similar fashion that like Benjamin was envisioning to transcend your physical form and become like a deity.
Ascending like Clav.
So I think that is something to consider because we don't know much about Kalkin history. We don't actually know who came before Nasubi, and we don't know how often these like succession wars have happened. All we specifically know is that Kalkin plays their cards close to their chest and is only just now being recognized in V5. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like it's really interesting to contemplate the thoughts that like for all intents and purposes, Nasubi could already be like timeless.
other thing I wanted to bring up, and to bring back to the end of the chapter. This is like little harebrained. It's a really harebrained theory, but I remember the one of the ants was going after Gyro is a Nen exorcist, and if Killua and Gun are going after this, could this be the setup towards the end of Hunter x Hunter where we'll have our fateful encounter with Gyro and Gun? Like, is this? Are
That
we
would be
finally
insane,
setting it up? Finally, like
That's my first thought when he mentioned an exorcist was that Chimera ant. Like 100%.
I like. It's got to be the setup. Like, we're finally gonna get the payoff to that one line of dialogue. Like,
True. Her name is Hina. And so, yeah, she, it's really interesting that the way that she exercises curses with her Nen is by basically getting pregnant and then birthing it out. Like she infuses the curse into her own child and then gets rid of it. For the crudest terms.
So
and
she's like the
that
fucking
is
Red Witch in Game of Thrones. That's crazy work.
I mean, you've seen her because she's in the anime. Like, so like she's the Chimera ant, or she's the Chimera ant
the
who
funny
gets
hat.
like pregnant. Yeah, so like she literally gets pregnant, and that's like how she exercises curses. So she like
Her
takes the
hat.
curse from one person and puts it into her womb, and then
Her
just
womb.
spits it
A
out
cursed
an
womb?
indeterminate period of time later. So, but the thing is that fits so perfectly with like Beyond Netero's entire motif throughout. Like what he's done is he's had these children that he's infiltrated into positions of status throughout Kalkin culture and hierarchy that he has placed curses upon. These are his direct offspring. And so it's like it's just so perfect if Hina were to be brought back because of that kind of tandem theming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a masterclass in
I think
writing
that's
if
cool.
he does. Yeah, if he does,
I think
it's a
that's fucking
masterclass.
awesome if that happens.
dude,
I agree.
we are so back.
Yeah, we fucking are, boys.
I've
Mm.
been I love it. I'm so ridiculously happy to be experiencing fucking peak every single week, dude. It's my
It's so
mind
good.
absolutely races 100 fucking miles a minute every fucking page I read. This shit is phenomenal. I literally think we just found out what silent majority is in this chapter,
I think so too.
without it telling us, and like the
combination of
invincible
them.
thing, and it's like specifically it forces Zetsu for a period of time that's like tenfold for the amount of like invincible that you used up, and it's like this could explain why we didn't see Silent Majority for the past fucking decade, is because we needed the timeline to move forward. How long did we spend when it was only like 8 days into the voyage, and then all of a sudden last batch we move 2 full days ahead of time? And like this, now that we finally see the timeline moving, I think we're finally about to like legitimately get confirmation for who is in control of Silent Majority. And I don't think it's one person. I think it is a combination of
I do too.
Nenefix, like
I
what
do
we have
too.
just seen.
I think that's what that setup was for entirely. Higashi's cooking.
I'm extremely excited. This is god tier. This is my mangaka. If I had to pick one and only one for all of the rest of time, this is him.
Urasawa.
This is it. This is one of the best
Me and
arcs
Cody
I
on
have
game.
ever experienced.
No, I
No,
have to agree.
Tagashi is
entirely.
literally in a different class. Like this literally brought me back.
His
to, like,
writing's just something insane.
I just restarted my rewatch of Dark Tournament, and it's literally like trying to piece together
Peak.
whose abilities can go against what to overcome it. Like I fucking love Hunter x Hunter. I love Togashi, and I love that like how Vex, you posted in your server about it, but you're like, I can't believe that this intricate double page spread of how a mailing system works would come back 10 years later. Crazy work from Togashi, and I'm like, yeah,
Who
because
would've
he's the
thought?
GOAT. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would've thought?
if and when Gyro comes back, like in like how you're saying how the thematic with the pregnancy curse taking, like literally, if he's been planning this ever since Chimera Ant, like 15 years ago almost, that's masterclass writing. I don't care. Like he's literally
A
had the
genius.
time to formulate,
He's a
sit on it, and
genius,
keep
dude.
going with it. I love him.
Enough stroking Tagashi though, as much as I love to. We ready to move on to homework?
No
guys?
such thing.
Homework?
Did you watch it?
I did. No, I suggested it and didn't watch it, Vex.
I mean, the over under on that wasn't impossible.
I
Oh.
can't believe we watched it.
What'd you guys
That
think?
shit was crazy.
It was wild,
Brett
yeah.
had schlong out like scene 1.
Yeah.
Long out scene
So we're talking
one.
about our homework from last episode. Lucas assigned Eden of the East. This was an interesting experience.
You know what I'm going to ask though? Did it pass for you guys? I need to hear your thoughts before I give mine. I suggested it.
Boys, I'll let y'all start since I came into this having already seen it.
Yeah, for our extended thoughts, definitely go check out the Patreon where you can catch
It's free.
3 of us. Yeah, for free 99. I think it passes simply out of intrigue alone. I think that there is a level of charm to it and obvious comedy. I think that for me specifically, I want to see how the side characters are kind of utilized better. But within just the first 3 episodes, I think it gave us enough intrigue and payoff for me to be like, okay, I could see this through. Was it very weird and sometimes very uncomfortable? Yes. Did I laugh? Yes. But yeah, I think through intrigue alone, it passes. There were some things that I think kind of detracted a bit from what they were trying to do, but I think they did a lot right as well.
Yeah. Cody, Jacoby?
I think the show passes. I remember thinking I really liked the cold opening and the shift of protagonist POV
Really
from when
cold.
it goes to
Real cold.
really cold. Oh man, I'm funny without trying to be. I don't know what I can do. It's a blessing and a curse.
Johnny's voice.
Shut up! It's a really good anime. I really like the use of amnesia, and it was really cold, and I like his dick more than that lady did.
Wow.
Bro just said
Crazy.
that.
Well,
Jacoby.
I want to make sure before you guys can get me out of context, I'll do it first. I'll just be funny.
He'll do it first.
first.
For my thoughts on this one, so like I said, I have already watched this series before and the movies that come with it, but I did watch it around 2009 when it first came out, a casual 17 years ago. Wild.
Oh,
Yeah, I just want to hurt all the unks in
Ow.
this chat for that. Because
Oh.
it hurts me too.
Mm.
But yeah,
Before
I-
Shady
as a
was
teenager.
born.
I saw it somewhere around there. That's so crazy. Yeah, some of y'all don't even remember those days out here. But I really liked this show on the rewatch. I really enjoyed this rewatch with the boys. Yeah, it's crazy. It has some wild moments. Literally starts off with home dude naked in front of the White House. But like I like the way they incorporate the comedy in there. Like Cody said, I think this show handles amnesia in a really good way, where it's a good narrative tool for us to learn what the hell's going on as well as our main character learn it. I love the relationship they build up between our MC and homegirl. I think this is a really cool story. Obviously, it passes for me because I watched it all already. But even taking a new lens to this and watching it with the critical mind that I have now, I think it would still pass regardless. The intrigue of what this game is and what the hell is going on, how these cell phones work, where all this money's coming from, what they actually need to do, the level of stakes that actually exist with people actually dying within these first couple episodes and stuff. Like, I think overall, this does all the things. And it's in that era where the animation is solid. It's past the point of like when everything was like kind of rough and we had to give it all like, a little bit of grace. It's in that like that transition era where it started getting pretty clean. So I like it. I really enjoyed it, and I was really happy to rewatch this. It made me want to go back and like finish it again.
Yeah, it passed for me as well. I read that you should watch the first episode in sub, even if you plan on watching the whole series with dub, and I did. Not disappointed at all. All of the people in America speak in fluent English. So the MCs are speaking Japanese, but the Americans are speaking English, and some of them don't understand
I didn't know
what the
that.
MCs
That's
are
cool.
saying. Yeah, it was really well done. But yeah, the intrigue's there, man. I like this whole like there's this organization kind of chasing him, and like he has this phone that has unlimited money, but once it hits zero, someone will come and put two in his head. Like the whole setup is very much there. I like the comedy as well. Once again, nice dick. It's
Nice dick, dude.
Nice
yeah,
cock.
nice cock. Yeah, I mean, sounds
Yeah,
like passes
yeah,
along
he-
the board. Another dub for Lucas. Yeah, gosh,
Nice cock, Kikashi.
gassy,
That's my ultimate rival.
gosh, nice cock.
I've never seen
The
a cock
copycock
more
ninja.
rivalrous than that
The
one right there,
copycock
Kikashi.
ninja.
No, you don't
Boys.
understand, Kakashi. It's not acorn shaped. It's just cold outside.
With passes
Oh my God.
done, throw those bingo cards into chat so we can determine the winner. Please.
Oh my
please,
god,
please.
it's so Jover. Read him and weep. Save as a cop.
Yeah, I didn't even try. Like on some of these, I was like, nah, ain't gonna.
Fuck me. The whole
Oh,
thing just,
no.
my phone just started dying, but let me just redo this real
Okay.
quick.
Yeah, I know. Read him and weep. Oh, dang.
Damn, Vex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Damn,
7.
Cody, you were confident.
7 from Cody.
Yeah. I thought I was set up to like lose. It's like,
I
oh
think I
yeah,
got
a lot of
12.
these aren't.
Vex got 12. Let's see Jacoby's.
We're almost done.
We need to like go through the ones
Fuck,
we
there's
got.
one like
why
I
we
knew I
got
could
them.
have gotten and I totally
Yeah.
forgot to. Dropping it in chat now.
My favorite one from Cody's that I very much expected him to hit was the compare a villain to Netanyahu.
I kept trying, but like everyone else was going off about someone else, and I was like, it's not gonna be another chance.
Yeah, you didn't want to just completely derail the whole conversation, you know.
No.
Yeah, Jacoby got 1, 2. Oh, I accidentally pulled that up on stream. Oh,
It's all good, bro.
Oh, I actually zoomed in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Jacoby came to win.
Came to win. I locked in, dude.
He did.
I locked in.
If anyone wants to read some of their favorite ones off here, you can. Some of my favorites were the Get Cody to Crash Out. That helped you and Jacoby Vex.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yep.
That should have been the free spot. Like, let's
no,
be
the
so
free
real.
spot was decades because I know it's always going to be said. You guys could not get Jacoby to shill for Toei. I thought he was going to do it. Same with him talking about the
no Toei shilling at all.
Was crazy.
Yeah.
And I also never talked about plot.
So just because the audience can't see what we're talking about at all right now.
Yes.
So yeah, just to let them in, I could go through my bingo card really quickly. Lightning round. I'm just gonna go from top down and like from left to right. So slip the starting words of "we are" into a conversation. Nah, I could have done that a couple times. I forgot about that, honestly. Don't mention Lucas hates anime. I didn't do it. I tried to get y'all to, though, but I did not do that once. No, I didn't. I specifically did not say that you hate anime.
No, I know. Yeah,
okay. I was going to say.
Yeah.
Slip the phrase "believe it" into 3 conversations. Nah, I did that enough last night. Go check Jacoby's Patreon in like a month or something. But get Cody to thirst. I think that happened twice, actually. Lucas mispronounces something. I think that happened like 3 times. And I didn't correct him on that. I did correct Cody on something else, though, later. So I had... Clivitus. That was not a correction. I said you were technically wrong and technically correct. And then after a period, I said the correct name of it. That is not a correction. I didn't say, well, actually, no, it's not that.
Chat.
So, but either way, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I corrected Cody during the Hunter x Hunter stuff, so it is not marked off on my board either way. Speak like an anime villain for a minute. No, I'm not Cody coded enough for that. There's no way. Get Jacoby to talk about the plot. You technically did it twice, but only one of them was because of my coercion.
I never truly said plot, though. Just saying. Just saying.
We know what you were referencing. Bring up 3 things you like about the One Piece live action. I specifically made a point of it to not do this, and in fact, bring up 3 things I didn't like. Guilt trip Cody about reading ahead in Damon's. I did 4 times. I also called his eyes beautiful while doing so. In one of those times, someone else says Lucas hates anime. I think that no, we didn't actually get anyone else to do it.
No one said
nobody took the bait. Yeah,
almost.
Get 3 people to laugh with a well-timed, except for Satoru Gojo. Of course, a joke. I think I made 1. Nobody laughed.
You definitely got me.
I wasn't really. I
one.
didn't try to make that though. I forgot that was a bingo square. That was just natural.
It's just something you say.
Get Jacoby to shill for Toei. Did not happen. Someone says decades. Happened like 7 times. I think I kept count. Get way too thirsty when Cody brings up link click.
Cody,
why the fuck would I do that?
Crazy.
Cody brought up link click 3 times.
He brought it up in the very beginning of the stream, and I was like hoping
3 times.
I was hoping we would talk about it later once I had read like really what I needed to do, and I was like, fuck.
I didn't say god damn the whole stream, which is like that's kind of a free square as well. I say damn a lot, but I don't say like god damn that much.
God damn.
Yeah, I didn't this stream though.
No, not this stream.
Someone says something that could be racist. We were talking about like demi-humans or something during Asmongoon Cat, and some of it definitely came off kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, damn, I could have marked that one off too.
Don't correct anyone. There's like 1.5 instances of this happening, so it is not marked off. Tell Cody has beautiful eyes. I did that. I was gonna do it like 5 times just to play into the bit, but I forgot. I like literally in the whole last like hour and a half, I quit looking at my bingo card because I'm trying to have an actual conversation right now.
Very fair.
Gaslight Jacoby, or someone gaslights Jacoby. I think this actually happened like twice, but I didn't cross it off.
It did twice. Yeah, Cody got it with the reverse song thing.
The reverse,
that's a legitimate take he has. That's not a gaslight. That's a legitimate take he has.
It's a brave take I have.
It's fucking.
It's not
dog
brave.
Water
It's just
take.
wrong.
Absolute dog water take.
No, I mean,
use the phrase "fuckable evil" to describe someone. Yeah, no, that ain't me, dog. Not while we're live. Get me behind closed doors, Lucas. But get Jacoby to talk like a Discord mod. I tried like 5 times.
Y'all tried so hard, dude. Y'all were gunning that one so hard because obviously on mine is like do not talk like a Discord mod, and like dude, Lucas did it so many times. I know you did, Vex, and I'm like, yeah, just like that. Just like that.
It was like the dad joke. So like no saying hi blank. I'm Vex. Like I didn't do it. Cody did it like twice though.
Yeah,
I really tried to. I didn't really, but I tried a couple times, and it was just like no bait whatsoever. I was like, damn, I can't do it.
Do a face reveal. There's no way I was doing that.
Yeah, can't blame a man for
absolutely
trying.
Not. Get Cody to crash out. Cody crashed out a total of 4 times, and 2 of them I instigated. So I'll count that as a W. And then take Emu's side in the One Piece discussion gladly. Hashtag Emu did nothing wrong.
Hashtag Emu did nothing wrong. Do you boys want to go through yours as well?
I'll gladly go through mine if y'all want me to.
Yeah, go for it. I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. I can still hear you guys.
Yeah. So a lot of these are going to be like clean, things they're trying to get me to do and things I'm doing my best to not do. Number 1 on my list was don't shill for Toei, and I didn't. I did not gas them up really outright, at least not directly the way I normally do. Another one which outwardly pissed off Vex, I'm pretty sure, and definitely hurt Cody a little bit was do a Super Saiyan power up while a serious conversation's happening. And I almost killed myself doing that one because I was dying of cringe on the inside. That one hurt me to do, boys. So I just want y'all to know.
It's Lucas's fault, not ours.
For sure. For sure. We got interject 3 times, like you know what's going on during the Hunter x Hunter conversation. I mean, I was gonna do that anyway, but hell yeah, I got points for it, and I think I did it probably like 10 times. But by the end of it all, one I missed. Slip, you've activated my trap card into a conversation, which should have been a freebie, but I just forgot to do it. Simply, Lucas mispronounces a word or a name. Oh yeah, that definitely happened.
Free space.
Free space. Speak positively about Usopp during the One Piece discussion. Yeah, only reason I brought up the Usopp hammer was this square right here. Literally the only reason I brought up that hypothetical. Get 3 people to laugh with a well-timed he can beat Goku though joke. It was never well-timed. I tried like twice and then I gave up on that one because I was like, trying the 3rd time just guarantees it won't be funny. Get Cody to crash out. Yeah, dude, that just didn't stop happening. It was peak. One of my favorite ones on here was incorrectly correct Vex. I did that like 3 times tonight. So that was a good time.
Diabolical.
Love that one. Love that. One that like kind of like halfway happened, but bust out into a dance and excitement and try to get Cody to join. I did get Cody to join me on dancing. It wasn't super hyper energy filled, but we did dance together, so it works. Counting it. Speak like an anime hero for a full minute. It was gonna be Deku if I was gonna do it at all. Low key, the Guy Sensei thing was kind of there, but he's not like the anime hero. And kind of like you said, Vex, I'm not Cody pilled enough to actually dive into the full minute of that. That's a proper level of commitment. I'm not ready for, dude. I'm not ready for. No saying pause. Vex tried very hard to get me to say pause one time at least. There was one very pointed effort where I feel like Vex was out here saying it on purpose. Maybe I'm tripping, but that's what I got out of that. So didn't say pause. Someone says decades, easy one. Slip the opening lyrics of the Pokemon theme song in the conversation. I definitely did that during like a couple conversations. I think I got 2 slips in, snuck my way in there. Someone says something that could be racist. I guess that was me. So I should have marked that off. I guess when talking about drug addict cat girls or something. So maybe, but I didn't mark that one off. Tell Vex his voice was soothing. That came up around the Cup of Joe conversation, as it always does. Vex's side gig that we know and love. Don't talk like a Discord mod. You guys really tried on that one. A diabolical one. Literally, I can do it now. Finally, thank freaking God. This computer finally made me gay. I'm really freaking horny.
Dude, y'all should have heard him literally 24 hours ago.
Dude, yeah. Like
oh my God.
The amount of laughs we had on Patreon last night was ridiculous, bro. Oh
Holy
my god. I don't even know if that
man.
was on. I don't know if that was on record or not, but
Some of it
god,
was.
that shit was banging. Yeah, some of it definitely was. But yeah, the next one, eat a pickle, dude. Lucas makes me just do it for free, bro. That's so crazy, so diabolical. So yeah, I know Vex noticed it. I took a big fat bite and crunched right in the mic while Vex is saying something important, and you just cackle for like 2 seconds and then just jump right back on. Nobody said a word about it. It was hilarious. Vex said that he said that. Oh yeah, Vex said that about 25 times tonight when bitching about the fighting anime and the other one. Don't mention the plot. I succeeded. Get Vex to say hi. Whatever. I'm Vex. We failed at that. Get too thirsty when Cody brings up link click. I failed at that. Describe a character as oddly fuckable. Yeah, dude, that robot shell from Ghost in the Shell episode 3 that Cody missed.
You did do that.
I did in fact say that thing was oddly fuckable. Early. That was my very first square, actually. That was the first square I got because
I didn't even clock that as a square because it was right.
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying because like the camera gave us a fucking cheek up perspective to start on this fucking robot, and this is before they even dipped it in the skin, so it just had like the weird robotic kind of skeleton underneath. Like you didn't even know what this thing
Chris
was.
said,
I didn't need
that's
to.
my clanker.
Yeah, dude, I'm
my
I'm
God.
clapping, bro. I'm clapping.
You're
And
clanking.
yeah, someone mark
You're
off this
clanking,
says something that could be racist. It's done now. We did it. There it was. We got it,
Robot
boys.
rights matter.
Yeah. Get Cody to thirst. Yep. Tried to do it with that particular moment, but he hadn't seen the episode, so it fucked me. And then get Cody to bring up gooning. In that moment, we still brought up gooning. So yeah, I just started fucking sending shots the second I got this bingo card, boys. That's my card. Thank you for the dub. Cody, if you want to go over yours.
Yeah, there wasn't really a lot for me to mark off. It's really hard to. I really thought I had it in the bag. I thought y'all would have been given similar challenges. It seems like y'all were just given a lot of free spaces. My first one was gaslight Jacoby, or someone else gaslights Jacoby. Get Jacoby to talk like a Discord mod. Describe a character as Goku clone to cause chaos.
Yeah, I caught
Jacoby,
that
his
one
beard is nice.
It caused chaos.
No,
for sure.
I don't think that was chaos. I just think that was cringe. Tell Jacoby his beard is nice. Definitely did that. Get Vex to say hi, blank. I'm Vex. Couldn't do that. Get
Yeah, that was a
Jacoby to
tough
say,
one
"What are
this
you
time.
talking about?" Couldn't get the words.
You
couldn't
did
get
do
the
that.
exact.
You know,
Yeah,
you
you
did
did do
get
that.
you
You
did
did
get
get-
those
I-
exact words.
You got
No, I
those
was about to say,
exact-
I definitely said, what are you talking about to someone?
It was
You
Cody.
literally did
Yeah,
get him to
Cody,
do
you
that.
got
Was it
that.
Cody? Yeah.
You said, he goes, bro, what are you talking about?
It
When
doesn't
you talk about
change.
the reverse.
It-
Yeah, it doesn't
Listen,
change.
It
guys,
doesn't
the game's
change.
over. The
Yeah,
game's
it
over.
doesn't
You don't
change
have
the
to
game.
gaslight me anymore. We're all good. I'm not gonna crash out. I have no enemies.
Nothing.
Get
I
3
have no
people to
enemies.
laugh with a well-timed, and then I eat a potato chip. That
You
never
got 2
happened.
out of 3. You got 2 out of 3. You got me
Tried,
and
you tried.
Jacoby.
Don't hit
Yeah.
your vape for the first
Yeah.
hour of stream. I hit it before I got even the bingo card, so that was out. No thirsting. No thanks. Speak like
No
Vegeta for a
thanks.
full minute. Easy. Don't crash
goated.
out. It's just space will never be filled. Try to get everyone to sing with you. No, nobody will sing with me. Someone
sing
says
with you.
decades. Free. Compare a villain to Ninjago. Tried. Failed. Strike a JoJo's pose while serious discussion occurs. Pretty easy. Slip a you're not dealing with the average Saiyan warrior anymore into a conversation. Easy. Incorrectly correct Vex. That's just a daily life for me.
Yeah,
Um,
every day.
Slip the opening of the lyrics of a Cruel Angel's thesis into a conversation. Tried. Didn't work. Vex says he said it, I think, at least once.
I did
But
say it to
I
the One
marked that
Piece
one.
conversation.
Heck yeah. Get Jacoby to show for Tele. He's out of a job. Lucas mispronounces a word or name. I've never heard Lucas mispronounce anything in my life. Vex and Jacoby say sheesh, but I didn't hear the prolonged sheesh. It was just a sheesh, like so
Yeah.
not
it was
marking. I don't know.
Specifically,
Someone
like,
says something
"Sheesh."
that could be racist. Welcome to the 3-episode test podcast. Shit on Moki way too hard in the 1 piece discussion.
Crazy.
Welcome to Jacoby DZ streams. No prolonged eye contact with the camera.
He's getting it out of his system. Just let
All
him
right,
have
that
this moment,
is the
y'all.
game, though. Our winner is
You
Jacoby.
got beautiful eyes, Cody.
You do have beautiful eyes, Cody. Jacoby, you're the winner, brother. So,
All right,
what are we
boys.
watching?
I'm in between two options. One of them, it kind of depends on what y'all have seen or whatnot. So I'm gonna present them both, and I just want to hear if y'all seen it. Have y'all watched Serial Experiments Lane yet?
I've given it the
Yep.
3-episode test, but that's it. I watched like 10 episodes, I think. I need to finish the last
Okay.
Yeah, Lucas
So
made a
it's-
TikTok about it.
on
Word.
the 3-episode
Okay.
test TikTok.
Word.
But I'd be down for you to choose that because I think it's a
Tic-tac.
good series.
On the Tic Tac, dude. Vex, have you seen it? Cody, have you seen it?
I've heard the ending song like 6 billion times. I have not watched Lane. I have heard good things about it though.
Make sure you turn me down.
It's one of the greatest anime of all time, so
Oh my God.
obviously I've had to check it out once or twice in my life. It's recommended by the absolute coach, and I have to recommend that it's one of his absolute top 10 series of all time. I love it so much.
No, I haven't off of that Nuxtaku really liked it, but I shouldn't let someone else's opinion power my enjoyment of a
Yeah.
show.
It's Hideaki
so-
Anno, no? It's literally like
Yeah.
the same guy who did Evangelion.
Yes, I believe so.
I think so. Yeah. Yes, it's something that I've never seen, and it's talked about as a classic, exactly like Cody just presented. And I've heard a lot of great things. But I'm gonna present this option, and if none of y'all have seen the other one, this next one I'm gonna pick that, and I'll give caveats at the end. Have y'all watched Mushishi before?
Nope.
No, pick Serial Experiments Lane, though. It's been in my backlog of 3-episode tests for a while, so if you don't pick it this time, the next time I win, I might pick it just because it's been mentioned
Word.
in the podcast again.
Just for the love of the game, Cody, have you seen Mushishi?
Nope.
Word. I
There
can
we
keep that one in mind.
go.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say,
there
if
we
we've
go.
not seen that, I'm gonna have to pick Mushishi. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not sure this is gonna pass the 3-up test for us, but I
It
really
don't matter.
want.
Oh my gosh,
really want-
another one?
It's gonna be one of those. But this is an absolute classic. It is rated among some of the greats. It's one of my favorite series that I've watched. It is an anthology series, so I am gonna set y'all up
Oh.
with that. It kind of just follows a couple different stories. So I'm gonna be real because of that. And I don't remember exactly like how long each story is and all that. I don't know if it's going to be well set up for the inherent 3-episode test, but I still want to give it that shot. I think Mushishi is a masterclass in writing short stories, and it's just a really different vibe from what a lot of mainstream anime is and stuff like that. So I think that'll be a fun one to introduce to you guys. So that's what I'm picking. Super down for Serial Experiments Lane if I win again, or if you win again, Lucas, because I'm gonna
Yeah,
keep
bet.
that one on there.
Alrighty, I believe that brings us in. Anybody got some promo? Because I do actually tonight.
Yeah, dude.
If
Promo
you
away.
look in the description right now, there is a new link next to my name for a Twitch channel called Lucas Loves Lore. I'm getting back into streaming again starting this Friday. I'm going to be branching out from anime, as it were. Friday's stream is going to be me reacting
Yeah,
to
you don't really rock with it anymore, right?
No, I hate anime.
Oh, I heard this guy
Actually,
fucking hates
verbatim.
anime.
Yeah, now you can say it, brother. But no, I'm going to be rocking some reactions to The Twilight Zone this Friday. And then
The scary
diving
door.
in-
That's
yeah,
sick.
the scary door. And then Saturday
The
I'll be
scary
hitting
door.
some Smallville. I've never seen it, and I'm a pretty big Superman
No
fan,
way.
so-
Some
yeah,
Smallville. Let's go.
Smallville. Yep. So
I
Saturday I'll be
love
hitting-
Smallville.
Yeah, you gotta jump in Saturday if you can, even just for a little bit, brother. I'm
No,
gonna be going
genuinely.
live
If I'm able to at all, I'll
Yeah,
slide through.
I'll be going live at 6 on Saturday, and I believe at 7 on Friday, maybe a little bit earlier. But I'll drop a link in Jacoby's Discord when I go live for all of our beautiful people.
Please do.
And all the other Discords as well. I'm very excited to get this going. I've been talking about doing the Lucas Loves Lore thing with the boys here behind the scenes for
Mhm.
probably a year now.
I'm stoked
So,
to
yeah.
see you get back to it, or I guess get started on this one. But
Yeah,
back to content in general.
exactly. Yeah, this is kind of where my head's at going forward. You know, I love anime. I'm always going to talk about anime, of course, but I want to add more to the mix for sure. Yeah, exciting stuff for me.
Hell yeah. just check out the Patreon for me. That's the big thing that I ask right now. We are uploading like crazy over there. Vex and I have watched all of season 2 of Link Click and almost all of the Brighton arc as far as recordings are concerned, and those are all consistently dropping. Actually multiple a week at this point to lead up to August 14th for us to all be watching Link Click season 3 together, or at least 3 out of 4 of us. Lucas, I still implore you to check it out, but I know you're busy and I know that one didn't hit super hard for you. But for me and for Vex, and I think for Cody as well, this is officially a 10 out of 10 anime, at least as of the end of season 2. Me and Vex haven't finished the Bryden arc yet, but that is all dropping right now, and I highly recommend checking that out, as well as the Thursday uploads of each volume of Goodnight Pun Pun that I'm reading with my boy Lucas here. That has been one of my favorite experiences in reading manga, if not my favorite so far, and we're still early in it for all intents and purposes. It is quickly rising to my number 1 manga of all time. Not a super deep list, to be completely honest, but that being said, it's going to be really, really hard to top this one, and I'm really, really proud of the content that we're making over there, like around that.
Yeah.
Lastly, Bofuri season 2 is also a watch through that I'm doing over on Patreon. So if you like some more chill, cozy VR isekai vibes, that's another one. So yeah, aside from that, long form content's back on YouTube. I'm doing full chapter breakdowns every week that we have a chapter dropping between like Monday or Tuesday after the chapter drops on Sunday. We are on the road to get monetized on YouTube, guys. So we're gonna make that shit happen. And other than that, you know, same things that I always say. Tell your PP you love it, you know.
Yeah.
Be safe out there, touch grass, drink water.
What a way.
Listen to my boys when they say Link Click is peak.
All right, bye guys. Have a good night. We'll see you
Didn't
next
know we
time.
had it. Yeah, love you guys. Bye.
Yeah, love you guys. Bye. Mwah. Mwah.
Mwah.